Gonna be able to see my boys, the Green Bay Goats, Diamond Team, seeing their introduction here on the mainstream. But we'll start off here with my boy Jazz on the AR as they hit towards the hill.
Jazz, just such an amazing player, and of course Gother from the Maui Dynasty helping out the Green Bay Goats. Unfortunately for Green Bay, Paris will get the first few seconds on this P1, but the kills are pretty much even, and Green Bay will just edge out Paris, I believe just by one player on that point. So Paris goes 4 down, Green Bay gets a foot on the hill and is collecting points. Now Paris, seems like they're going to pretty much just charge this hill for now. I mean, you're going to be spawning on that P3 side, so I think that's preferred for P2, so I don't think Paris is too worried there if they drop, but getting very mixy on the hill. Jay versus Gother unfortunately loses it, and Green Bay now will have about 30 to Paris's 8 as we move on to this P2 hardpoint.
Yeah, you see Jazz looking for that player top third. He's one off a glide bomb here, which could be really big on a map like Ubuntu with so many open spaces. He will get that fifth kill, so that will secure the glide bomb while the rest of his team looks to convert and converge on this hill. See Jazz just playing his light P1, waiting for the rest of his team to get up and help him support onto this push. We'll get the pick onto Tank. We'll challenge for the second, but we'll get killed there by Arza. You see the hit coming in from the top. Lynn's playing his top out area, looking for the pick, but will get cut down by Arza, who gets 2. Gother playing his life within the hill, Urchin helping out around top boat, but most of the time going the way of Paris.
Most of the time going the way of Paris so far. Arza is going to be an important player to watch during the series, as Arza did kind of slay out in that last match, just having unbelievable KDs and really winning the important gunfights for their team. And on the Green Bay side, Jazz is now 7-1, so that's really crazy performance out of Jazz so far, and if he could keep that up, I mean, I only see Green Bay extending this lead. Of course, Paris is going to do their best to shoot back, especially now that they know just how on fire Jazz is today. They're going to be targeting him, I'm sure. So as we go to this P3 rotation, Paris will have the first word on it, but Green Bay kind of encircling all around the point. Paris Letdowns will be behind them, but Green Bay seems to read it. Now, they're going to have to execute on the kills to do so. Not doing so yet. Number 6 takes down number 4, and Paris is kind of forming a line opposite of Green Bay as they will finally get on this hill.
As see side of Paris invest that glide bomb, they won and secured the majority of this P3 time. Base got Tourney pushed up all the way into P1, looking to pick out players. Look at Jazz. Jazz trying to get the glide bomb to help keep them off the time, but alas, despite getting one pick, Paris gets right back on that time. See Green Bay with 20 seconds left, already looking towards that new time. Base got Tourney doing a great job here, pushed out all the way P1, picking out the players from the Green Bay Goats. We'll get another one, and while number 8 at the bottom of the screen, Jay is already rotated first, but we'll be running into a flurry of Green Bay Goats.
Yeah, Green Bay Goats really have this point locked down, and Jay just not able to get the important kills that he needs to lock down spawns. So Green Bay will keep spawns for now, but I mean, if you're Green Bay, this is surprisingly more tied up than you'd like, especially with the slaying power. But I mean, on the flip side of the coin, Bay's got Tourney 12-4, just having himself a map right here. He's going to need to have himself a rotation to take the lead. And I mean, Paris, they get their foot on the hill. They might actually take the lead on this hill if Green Bay isn't able to break them. But Green Bay's doing their best breaking impersonation, I guess. Doing their best breaking strategy here. And they're going to be flooding on through beachside, which is such an important side for getting spawns. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they have spawns already. Paris still on the hill, but I don't know how long that's going to last.
You see, base got Tourney on a 7th streak, able to secure that glide bomb for his team. They do have the strafing run on, but as we know, it will be GA'd for this tournament and presumably going forward as well. Paris Letdowns able to secure a majority of that P4 time. They did a great job breaking it so early towards the hill, and they're already set up for this P5 rotation. Now, the spawns will come in for the Green Bay Goats, get that favorable back spawn, but Paris has read it. They got all those lanes covered, and it's going to be a tough time for them to break. But as I say that, Jazz able to get one and already off the hill, looking for the second, but will not be able to secure that onto Arza. Urgent able to get his trade, though, but as you see there, he's going to get killed by Jay, and the rest of the time is looking to go to Paris.
Yeah, Green Bay has just been so good at locking down the spawns. They had spawns at the end of that P4 hill, but I mean, I blinked and they were already had spawns for P5. Unfortunately, despite having spawns, they're just now beginning to get on the point for the first time. They lost the lead by 3 points, but surely we'll be able to seemingly pick it up so far. Paris Letdown trying to get a little bit mixy. We'll take out that number 2 player from behind. Unfortunately, does go down himself. Green Bay is still spawning there, maybe looking to chow this remaining scrap time. Won't actually collect it though, as the attention shifts to P1, where Green Bay is defending it so far, but Paris is sending their reinforcements just as Green Bay also gets there. So Green Bay has a solid hold so far, but we'll see how this plays out.
Ace got Tourney trying to make the play, trying to use the glide bomb to get anything, but will not be able to pick up a single Green Bay goes. They're doing a great job here holding this P1. You see number 2 Jazz going down the P1 steps, trying to cover this mid alongside Gother. Number 1 Limbs pushed out so far Beach. They got all the lanes covered. There really isn't anywhere to go, and as a result, you're seeing all green in the kill feed for the side of Green Bay Goats.
Yeah, that's so important on such a mixy hill like P1. You get 4 down, and I mean, Paris just like not. It's hard to imagine them thinking it's worth it to just try to break from the front on that P1, which is just so hard to do. So Paris will shift their focus to P2, and they will have players on it and approaching it. But Green Bay, I mean, their slaying power has been off the charts so far. I imagine that they're going to put up a good fight for the break, and they're going to rush right in, not see any Paris players. Base got Tourney just absolutely turning on that point. Unfortunately, will get cut down. Oh, Paris will have it for now. Green Bay gets sent back to their spawns, but Green Bay preparing for another rush at it.
Yeah, similar to the first P2, it's all control for the side of Paris, but it's up to the Green Bay Ghosts to try and break this hill. Jazz will get cut down by the nade, and you see them all waiting for each other, trying to get those picks in green before they push onto the hill, but alas, unable to do so. Lim's able to get on one, but Jay will get one for zone onto Urgent. You see what the Green Bay Ghosts are trying to do, trying to get those picks on the top of before they converge, but all 4 go down in the kill feed, and the Green Bay Ghosts are going to have to opt towards this rotation.
Yeah, Green Bay goes during that entire attack on the P2. We're very careful about not losing their spawns for that P3 rotation. That P3 can be quite a money hill if you're watching the correct sight lines, which these Green Bay goes sure to be doing. But despite having the spawn so far, they have that number 7 Paris player causing issues, and will finally get dropped. But I mean, he wasted just enough of Green Bay's time to get a start on this hill. Now Green Bay's going to have to take over this hill. They have the positioning to do it. But, I mean, if you're Green Bay, that start of that hill didn't go as smoothly as you like, and now you have Paris players going into your spawn, and if they get the kills, will secure spawn. So that's not a great look for Green Bay right now.
Yeah, the spawns will come through. They will get a fortunate spawn there towards green, able to get closer to the hill, but with 30 seconds left, they have this tough dilemma. Do they hit the ult, or did they go new and try and secure a majority of that P4 time? It looks like they're going to pinch onto the old time, but the kills are not going in their favor. Urgent last left alive on this hill, but alas, will get cut down, and now it's a fight towards the rotation, which Paris is red. They see Jazz at the top cliff. You see the challenge coming from base god Tourney, and Tony's going to win it. Tourney really a thorn in the side of Green Bay. Goes 25 and 13 now. He's been frying throughout the entirety of this map. You see him push out cliff, making sure that none of the Green Bay Ghosts can get through that lane. But you see Limbs trying to make a play here towards the truck area, able to get one. Will not be able to get on the kill into Tourney, rather, but you see the Green Bay Ghosts get that spawn on the back, and this is their opportunity to pinch out of this hill.
Yeah, this is Green Bay's best opportunity to take over this hill, but Paris knows exactly where they're spawning and exactly where to look. And Green Bay, with those squad spawns, are just going to be all approaching from that same location. Paris are down a few players on the point, but with the foresight of knowing where the other players of the Green Play players are, we'll hold out a little bit longer than you think for a team spawning so close. But eventually, Green Bay will get the point, and they're going to need this time because Paris, in the meantime, has run up the score to 215 to 170, just 35 points away from the W on this map. So if you're Paris, you're happy to let Green Bay take the final 20 seconds. That means you get a good start on this next hill, which it looks like they do. I mean, Green Bay really isn't anywhere close to it. And if they're going to want to stay in this map, they're going to need to sprint.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough hill to break. Paris Letdowns only 30 seconds left to break onto this hill, but you see Green Bay Goats, they're so far away from the hill. They're having to trek all the way across the map. Gothard trying to get around, but will get picked off. You see Arza in the screen position doing a great job of cutting down the players, trying to push on towards that hill. Aval's just playing his life, not peeking, giving an opportunity for the Green Bay Goats to get onto the hill. Base God Tourney, just like he's been all map, picking off players from the Green Bay Goats, and that should do it with 7 seconds left, and the Green Bay Goats spawning all the way out cliff. That should be Paris Letdowns taking map 1.
Yeah, unfortunately for Green Bay, in those final moments, you really didn't have time to make a clever play towards spawns. You just kind of had to go on top boat and hope that your shots land. And unfortunately for them, I mean, it's hard to attack this hill in particular from the front. And Paris knew where to look. They knew not to expect the crafty play. Very traditional COD map, I would say. I mean, there's some sightlines that can either be long range or close range. So it's going to be interesting to see what players pick what type of engagements, as we will start out this S&D, and the grenades just are buzzing in mid-map here as Jazz will look out this top wood roof side, trying to get any intel. Urgent looks like he's going to get the bomb planted down on A, and surely once that bomb goes down, we're going to see the entire map rotate around it.
Yeah, when you plan A, it's such a difficult bomb to retake, but a big pick there by Aval is able to get Jazz top fire, which will essentially, cut any hole that the side of Green Bay Goats have. You see them moving around you. We see a gunfight going down at the bottom of your map. Base got Tourney able to get him the pick on Urgent, and now 1v3 left for Limbs. Well, he's got this guy top fire. Tony's on the defuse, gets one. Tourney will get off of it with 18 seconds left. Tourney gets back on it, but they now know where he's at. Limbs with a tough position to do will get cut down by Avowal, is doing a great job looking over his teammate in Paris, able to retake that bomb site and win the first round.
Yeah, that was a good retake from Paris. I mean, I gotta commend Limbs for that final play there too. He did the smart thing in trying to go out that side, but unfortunately, when you have two players just looking right at you, it's gonna be very hard to make that work. But Limbs, despite that, did manage to get a few shots on the diffuser. Fortunately for him, wasn't able to complete the kill. So Green Bay Goats will lose that round and go 0 for 1 in the series. No sweat right now. Paris Letdowns now will have the responsibility of planting the bomb, and Green Bay surely is going to want to take this defense in stride.
And you see Avowal sitting there towards that well. They got two players towards the P5 area. You see Gothard try and push on through, but will get cut down by Jay, and that's first blood to the Paris Letdowns, essentially opening up the opportunity for them to plant the bomb. Arza gets one onto Jazz as well, to play the top church. And it'll give free reign for the Paris Letdowns to plant bomb and essentially take all control of church. See what Green Bay Goats are doing. Jay with a really interesting angle here onto the railing. Will trade out Limbs. It'll be the second round going in their favor.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird round. I mean, that Paris player was right next to the bomb, and Green Bay was just completely on the other side. I think they were trying to read a B bomb plant, but fortunately, that actually never ended up happening. And actually, the bomb, despite being clear, didn't end up going down. So, I mean, just came down to kill. So, unfortunate round for Green Bay Pack. Oh my God, I'm gonna keep doing this. Unfortunate round for the Green Bay Goats, but now they're on offense. They are gonna learn from their mistakes on that round one loss and bounce back, hopefully.
Yeah, Jazz this time getting first blood onto Arza, which will open up the site. But Aval was able to nade Limbs, I believe, all the way P1. Gothard just doing a good job just holding this mid-side area. You see Jazz trying to hold the P5 lane and Urgent trying to hold P1. Base God Donny checks that corner and will pick off Gothard, which will essentially lead them into a 2v3. You see Jazz just trying to be patient, waiting for someone to push to this P5 area, but Aval is going to hit well instead. I don't know if Jazz will have heard that. Looks like he hasn't for the time being. Urgent still playing that P1 heady, trying to see if anyone has pushed on through. But again, with players going down through mid, there's so many places that these players could be for the side of Paris, and Green Bay Goats aren't really sure where to look.
Yeah, Green Bay Goat's not really sure where to look. Two players now have touched P5 under Jazz's nose, and unfortunately for Paris, they will. Well, actually, fortunately for Paris, they will delay the bomb plan. They will get that kill onto Urgent, who was just waiting for a good moment, another pick to get that bomb down. And well, now it's a 1v2.
Oh.
Jazz evens it up to a 1v1. Green Bay still has responsibility of getting the bomb down. Jay appeared supposedly knows where to look, but unfortunately for Jazz, I don't think he has enough time. And I think that will be the round for the Green
Oh
Bay.
my God!
Oh my God! Wow.
He got it. He got the 1v3. I don't think Tourney saw him on the bomb site. Jazz cutting great time. Pick him off for the 1v3. What a play there by Jazz. Making something out of nothing there. And I believe it is 2-1 now for the side of Paris.
We talk a lot about the caster's curse. I had already written a round off for Green Bay, and then Jazz just finds a way to make some magic happens in the last 2 seconds. very curious choice out of that Paris player to just kind of approach the bomb like that. I mean, if you're 1v1, you might just want to hide and secure your life and play to retake, but unfortunately for them, they will get called out in the last few seconds of that match. Now, Green Bay 1-2, looking to tie this match up, and look at that 8 and number 4 player. They're just on top of each other around P5. So that's an engagement waiting to happen, but for the time being, Paris will get this bomb planted at A. Green Bay will have to retake, but I mean, if they play, that Green Bay player in Gothard does get cut down. So now Paris has the advantage 4v3 with bomb down. Green Bay's going to need to go.
Yeah, Limbs gets picked off by the player on the P1 heady Vowels. Jazz trying to get one top fire, but he'll get picked down, leaving Urgent left in a 1v4, and he'll get cut down as well. And just a clinical round there by Paris. You saw them all set up for that post plant once they got the bomb down. It was just a matter of holding their positions. You saw Jay in a nice little corner there, P5, able to pick off Gothard going well. Limbs gets picked off by the guy going P1. Jazz gets picked off going mid, and then Urgent again P5. It was just clinical positioning there by Paris Letdowns, which will help them secure that round.
Yep. Clinical Call of Duty out of Paris to secure that offensive round to bring it up 3-1. Definitely Green Bay not out of the match yet. They're going to opt to go for this B bomb side, it seems. I think that's the first one we've seen so far in the match. You don't really see this too often, especially on the CDL level. So I want to see how this plays out for them. You got 3 players in P5. Avals will take down Gother. That's going to make it a 3v4 with Paris on the advantage. Jazz will get a kill to tie it up 3v3. Tourney with a response onto Urgent. Or, sorry, Jazz. And yeah, Limbs now to Jay. It's a 1v2 for Paris. And Green Bay still has to get the bomb down. Unfortunately, Paris gets the last kill, and Green Bay goes down 1-4.
I think it all really stems from that first blood. Once they get Gother there, P5, it essentially halts the push from Green Bay. You see them, unsure of what to do next. I believe it was Jazz that tried to go well, get a pick mid, but will get cut down. And again, Paris just reading the map really well, able to play off each other, getting the necessary first bloods, and then playing, at man advantage to a T. And as a result, they're up here. Vowels 7-1, doing a great job here in the S&D on a 3 streak right now. And let's see what they can do on this next offense.
Yeah, that's a crazy KD for Vowels in this Huskin S&D, and Vowels just looking to increase that with a kill onto Limbs to bring his team to a 3v4 before Vowels himself goes down. 3v3 now, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Paris is having the responsibility of planning. Urgent goes down, so now it's a 1v2 with Paris. Their number 4 players so far away in their spawns. I don't know if Paris has a read on him. They could pick up this bomb, but I mean, this number 4 is checking everywhere. He himself doesn't even know where Paris players are, so it's going to be a kind of a ring around the rosy as Paris is going to go for A, but Gother is hiding around B, knows there's nothing there, going to look back at A. It's going to, I think, hear the bomb get picked up and knows they're probably going to go for A, but as I say that, Paris just looking into their spawn, deciding if they want to go B or A, and it looks like they might commit to A, but Gother will catch them, get some shots down, and all he really needs to do is delay some time for this bomb plant, but we'll bring it to a 1v1, and now Paris got to get the bomb down, and they got to deal with Gother.
Yeah, Gother, you see, here's the shots come on through. We'll take the gunfight, and we'll win it. Gother with a crazy 1v2 there to help Green Bay Goats come back into this map, win that second round. Great plays by him. Jay with some, premature shots there will let Gother know where he is, and then Gother takes the gunfight and wins it. But again, it looks like all these rounds that Green Bay Ghosts are winning are off clutches. They're timely, but they're going to need to secure a couple more, hopefully not through the need of clutch, able to win with their man advantage if they want to help come back in this map.
Yeah, they've got the ice, but they need the stability if they want to win this S&D, and so they're going to be on offense this time. They're going to probably form a square formation around this A point. I don't see any Paris players as far as I could tell. This is Urgent with the bomb. Gother trying to check every sideline so that Urgent can get a safe plant down, but I think Paris Letdown is peeking out from church and looking at the bomb. They know that. Unfortunately for Green Bay, they waited too late. We'll get the kill onto Tourney, though, so that's a good start for securing the bomb. Urgent gets a nice plant spot. However, we'll get seen, and we'll actually get the bomb down blink and you miss it, a 4v1 for Green Bay. They're just clinically slaying out here, and now ours has slaying power, but unfortunately, 3v1 is going to be hard to come back from.
And you see Gother on a 5 streak will secure that glide bomb. That's going to be huge later on in this S&D when he chooses to invest it. This should be a Green Bay Goats round, assuming they play the lives with 20 seconds left. Not much you can do. Ours has been spotted out. Tried to take some shots, mid, but will get cut down. Just a great round rather by the Green Bay Ghosts. They did a great job of waiting for one another. They didn't plant right away. They waited to get that pick mid on base god Tourney. They were watching one another. So even when someone well tried to kill bomb planner, I believe it was Gothard that was able to pick him off, and so they made some mid-game adjustments. Played around bomb, were able to get the picks, and that's a big round there for the Green Bay Goats.
It's a big round there for the Green Bay Goats. I mean, the score is not completely comfortable for them right now, but it's a lot more comfortable than it was. One more round, and they have it tied up, and they're on defense to boot, which, if you play it correctly, can be a little bit of an easier start for that team on that side. Looks like Paris Letdown will go for this A bomb. I think Gother has invested his glide bomb. Won't get the kill. Fortunately, instead of Green Bay getting a kill with that glide bomb, ours gets a nade kill on the Jazz to bring it to Paris 4v3. And to boot, Paris is going to get that bomb down with the man advantage, and Green Bay has to retake from Church.
Yeah, a bit of a tough situation here. You see, I believe it's Limbs going into P5. We'll take a gunfight and we'll lose it. Jay able to pick him off there, but Gother on the pinch. Spotted out Tourney. Looking for information. I don't know if he spotted the guy U as well. 26 seconds left. We'll get the first. We'll see the second. We'll get the second. Gother on a 7. Urgent picks off 1, and all of a sudden we're in a 1v2 by the side of Arzo.
Arzo will get that final kill to make it a 1v1, but Gother has to get the plant down, has to deal with this player. He's got the player. Will he be able to get the plant in time? Yes, he does. Gother gets to the fuse and brings it to a 4v4. That was just such an important round for them. If you're going to invest a glide bomb, you definitely want to get the win, and it wasn't always looking great for them, but Gother makes the smart play, makes the long play, even with bomb down, runs around the map, comes from behind, gets 2 kill, and then on the other side of the map, his teammate gets another kill, and well, at that point, it was a 2v1, and Green Bay just closed it out beautifully.
Gother on an 8 streak from 1-5 to 9-5 is single-handedly bringing the Green Bay Goats back into this one. He made a nice route mid. He recognized that they weren't watching that mid push and was able to get behind the players of Paris and essentially open up the entire bomb site for his team. You see him pushing mid once again. Sees the side of base god Tourney, but will play his life. But he's going aggro. He's going onto this top broken area and should get a pick here. Yes, he will onto Arza, giving them that first blood. But Gother, try and get that bomb plant down.
Yeah, trying to get that bomb plant down with the man advantage. It looks likely that it might happen sooner rather than later, as Parrish is kind of turtled in the Church side here. Urgent has a good opportunity to get the bomb down. Paris, as they've learned that, we'll have to figure out how to deal with Green Bay. The number 8 player and number 1 player look like they're getting engagement. Paris wins that to bring it to a 3v3, but that's so far away that immediately Green Bay gets a kill of their own and near the side of the bomb plant. Now, Paris is going to kind of attack this from mid. I believe roof side as well, but they're running out of time and they need to get onto the defuse as soon as possible.
Yeah, you see a 2v3 situation, 18 seconds left. Gother, a man on the mission, hasn't been able to be taken down. I kept a bit of a caster curse there. Jazz left in a 1v1 with 10 seconds left. You see him playing his life well with the player going for the plant, or rather trying to catch the kill mid, but as Jazz is recognized, he's won the round. He's able to play his life. And again, all off the back of Gother. Getting that first blood was just so, instrumental in allowing them to get the bomb down and then just play their lives afterwards. Gother single-handedly bring this back into this one. They were down 4-1, if I'm not mistaken, and now they're within 1 point of winning this map too.
Yeah, an incredible comeback from Green Bay so far. This is the first time they've had the lead in this map, and they're going to want to close it out here, but Paris might push this to around 11 as they'll be on offense, and they're going to seemingly go A again. It's just kind of been the A show, as it always seems to be, especially in the CDL as well. So, I mean, both teams are getting used to their tactics on the side of this map. Gother just doing what he did again, just trying to catch some backs here. Instead of going for the bomb side, is gonna get top roof, gonna get Arza. So that's a really important first blood. Gothar's first blood's been so important, and now he's gonna have to rotate around to hopefully get a second one, but Urgent will beat him there with the kill on Jay.
And Jazz gets the pick, leaving 1v4 left to Vowels. I don't know if they know he's back to spawn, but he's got quite a job to do here. Look like it'll be Gothar, but he will pick off Gothar. Able to get that initial first kill, leaving to a 1v3. But again, with Bomb being so far away and that the Green Bay Ghosts know his position, this just looks like quite an insurmountable task. See him trying to re-enter that P1 area. Looks to take the gunfight onto Jazz, unable to get the kill. We'll get straight down to 54 HP, looking to go through mid this time. But again, Green Bay Ghosts just know, they recognize that the bomb is down. They don't have to look for the challenge. A-Val's getting shot up from, looks like virtually everywhere. We'll get picked off by Limbs there, and that will be it. Green Bay Ghosts wins the S&D, and I gotta say, Gothar just took over that map. He's single-handed, or not single-handedly, but might as well have single-handedly have won that map. He took over, went on an 11 streak, and I think it was really him recognizing that, hey, Paris isn't gonna go mid.
I mean, who best to do it than the Diamond Division Green Bay Goats? So we're going to learn from the best right here as we start off this control.
Start off this control with the set of Jazz looking to secure that P1 area. You see, will be met by Base God Tourney, one of the players that we saw popping off in the Kabuto hardpoint. But it looks like Gothar able to get the first initial kill as he's pushed all the way through the spawn. Looks like Paris Letdowns weren't expecting that. You see the Gothar getting really aggressive into the spawn of Paris, and they aren't really securing much time.
Yeah, they aren't securing much time. Gothar with an SMG and just absolutely having a match so far. It may be a little bit too early to tell if ultimately finally goes down, but I mean, it's so weird. We see the SMGs really popping off on this map for whatever reason here tonight. But it's Diamond, it's Skull, it's Plat, anything could happen. But as I say that, it will be about even in the lives count. Paris, sorry, 24 to 24 right now. Paris now has a foot on the hill. They will get the first tick here at A. Green Bay doing their best with number 6 player to block that push for B. But Paris just having really good control on A so far. Not stacking it though. So this time is going to go by slowly. But hey, if you're getting the kills, you can afford to have the time go by slowly.
Yeah, Paris doing a good job stacking the point, playing the lives. They're able to get number 6 Jazz, who was all the way pushed them to their spawn. And once that kill was secured, they were able to, converge onto the point and essentially capture A, which they've done. And they have a 1 life advantage going in their favor. You see Arza trying to pick off the player going boat, which he will, onto Jazz. You see Gothar once again getting aggressive, picking up where he left off in the S&D, trying to get into the spawn. Finally cut down, allowing Paris to take some map control and work towards this B point.
Work towards this B point. Arza is on a 6 spree. Hasn't died yet this map, so let's see how he attacks this B point. A glide will go down. I imagine that's from Arza on the 6 spree. Does get cut down, but does get a kill on the limbs on the or around the B side. Paris has a player on the B side. Will, I think, get the ticket. The tick, defending it pretty well, but Green Bay is spawning there. They're gonna do the long play through P1 to try and get some Paris members from behind, but this time keeps on ticking away. You still have a 1 stack, but Paris is halfway through, and Green Bay's gonna need to do something and fast. They get that final kill, they know exactly where that player's gonna be, and for now, they're safe. They keep B safe.
And this is quite the predicament that the Green Bay Goats are in. They've been able to get the second tick down, but the life advantage is not in their favor. They're currently down 5 lives, and we know how difficult it can be to win, offense on control. So Paris able to, come out here and secure that first round. That would be huge. You see, Base God Tourney has been able to get through to the back of the spawn of the Green Bay Goats and is looking for more kills. See, Gothar doing the same on the other side, but will get cut down. Likewise, Tony's will get picked off by Limbs. 3 life advantage now in the favor of the Paris Letdowns. Make that 4 after Arza picks up Jazz. You see number 8 on your screen, Urgent, pushed up towards that P1 area, trying to, stop and halt that push for the side of Paris Letdowns, but he gets picked off as well. 23 seconds left. Limbs going on a major flank here, but he gets horrible timing. He doesn't recognize that they spawn P1, but it's okay. His teammate Jazz able to pick them up. Base got Tourney trying to make a play, but Limbs able to cut him down. And despite being down in lives, 4v3 with 10 seconds left, Paris is so far away from the point. They got to sprint here if they want to get, onto the point and stop the clock, but they will be unable to do so. And with a 2v2 advantage, Green Bay Goats play their life and scrape away with a round win.
Yeah, that was a great play out of Green Bay. I believe they were down by 5 or 4 points when they were able to take that player off the B hillside and deplete some of that tick. And Green Bay, if you're in that position, you know you got to catch up on lives a little bit and you defend well. Green Bay just kind of push up through the map and try to keep Paris as much into their spawns as possible. And you saw it paid off for them because towards the end of that round, even if Paris laid out and got a 4 down for Green Bay Goats, as long as Green Bay Goats wasn't out of lives, Parrish just wasn't going to be able to get to that hill in time. So good plays out of Green Bay for that round one, but now they will be on offense and they're going to have to figure out a new strategy to win this round. Unfortunately for them, going to try and get into the A point, but Jay just coming with the ice. Jazz will get Jay from behind, but Green Bay is all over this boat point now, but Paris knows exactly where to look. Unfortunately, will not be able to make the plays so far to protect A, but surely doing everything they can to get in a position to do so.
And it's once again, who else but base god Tourney just being an absolute nuisance, being pushed up so far into the spawn of the Green Bay Goats, causing them stress. You see that they're having to turn their heads, try and look for Tourney as he plays his life, just being a nuisance, as I mentioned, in the spawn. Will finally get picked off. Combine that with a kill from Gothard, and that gives them the opening to onto this A site. Jazz will get picked off for the time being, but Gothard doing a good job pushing into that green area, trying to get spawners, able to get the vowels, looking for the second. On Arza, yes, he will. Gothard once again going big for the Green Bay Goats. Will get picked off, but that has allowed his team to get into the A point and secure some of that time.
Yeah, Paris was able to keep Green Bay off the point from afar, but they never actually really push up and try to inflict a spawn trap on Green Bay. So Green Bay got back on their feet and they attacked this A point again with some renewed vigor. And it seems to be pretty even in the kill department. 24 seconds on the clock, about 2 ticks down for Green Bay, but not quite yet. That second tick will come through. Base got Tourney on the point defending it. So far, Paris is all around the point. Green Bay only has one player near the point. Green Bay player not able to ice up and get some kills. And unfortunately for Green Bay, that might be the round as they will probably not be able to reach this point in time.
Yeah, you see, they do have the life advantage with only 2 seconds left. I don't think they're going to have enough time to get into this tick. They just do at 0, but I believe one of them might have just hopped off or jumped and got them off the time, and Pierce able to secure that second round win, which I think will be big for them, considering that, if I'm not mistaken, last round usually goes to ticks, and Paris was able to secure at least the A point, whereas the Green Bay Ghosts were not able to.
Yeah, that is I mean, if you're Paris and you're going to compare how the rounds went, I mean, the fact that you're able to secure the A site on your offense is probably a big confidence boost for them. But of course, the result was the same. It was a loss for both teams on the offense. So if Paris wants to close it out in the next 2 rounds, they're going to have to win here. So the next offensive win, if it ever comes through, is going to be so important for each of these teams. And fortunately, Green Bay doesn't want that important win to come through, as they're just going to slay out Paris, who's trying to touch the A point, but fortunately not being able to so far. Green Bay all over this top boat area, and they're slowly pushing up, maybe trying to get a little bit of a spawn trap going, as Paris just not even able to touch that 50-yard point.
Yeah, not able to get out of their spawn through Cliff. Maybe this is the first opportunity of Owls able to pick off limbs. See Gothard once again getting deep into the spawn of Paris, trying to be a nuisance, make them have to think about him and turn around. But they're leaving him there for the time being, and as a result, they're just securing that A point. The Urgent able to get initial pick onto that top boat area, but will get traded out shortly after. Gothard going on a late pinch here. We'll be able to secure some players, but there won't be any players for him to kill because Limbs is doing all the damage onto the hill, able to pick up 2. Gothard, once again, looking for the spawners. Will find 1, but gets picked off by Jay. Fortunately for him, a stun will pick off the player that he's trying to kill. But again, with 20 seconds left, similar situation to the Green Bay Ghosts were in the last round. Only got a little time left to get on this point. Base got Tourney trying to get some picks before he jumps onto that point. We're able to pick off the side of Limbs, but again, with 11 seconds left, Gothard trying to make the play. Will go for the kill onto Tourney, able to get it. 10 seconds left for the side of Paris. Not much for them to do. Gothard going absolutely big. That's 4 in the kill feed for the Gothard, essentially stopping anyone from touching that A point. That is his. And Gothard making the play to stop Paris from getting to the point and securing that second round for them.
Gother is entering this match like Paris owes him money, just absolutely making plays. Just when you think it's a bad situation for Green Bay, Gother just walks through the door, announces his presence, and just like just goes on streaks and just puts his team in such a great position. Now, it would be absolutely crucial for Green Bay in the series if Gother can do that one more time on this round, secure an offensive win for Green Bay, and not even
Oh,
go to
pick.
that round 5. Gother unfortunately gets cut down off the rip, but I mean, look at Green Bay. They're all over that A point so far. Paris is all huddled in green trying to take cover from the glide bomb. And while they're going to slowly come out, but Green Bay knows exactly where they are. Green Bay getting some really good time on this A point.
Looks like Gothar's breathed life into the Green Bay Ghosts. You start to see them flying around the map and picking up all the kills. They have yet to die. 30 to 25 are the lives. You see them picking off. Urgent looking for the kills off spawn. Playing his life. Jazz getting a couple more. It looks like on the caster's curses they finally get killed. But again, the damage has been done. They secured that A point. Only one life lost. And one opening here from the Green Bay Goats.
When opening here from the Green Bay Goats, they heard us. They heard us talking about them not being able to get the A point, and they said, okay, we'll just do it quickly so there's no more discussion on that. And now, rotating perfectly from the A point to the B point, Green Bay is now capturing time on B. I mean, Paris is going to kind of have a pinch around here. Green Bay extending into their spawn has at least the spawn side of the point covered, but Paris now on P1 side. Limbs with a glide bomb is going to try and seal the deal for Paris players on around a point, but unbeknownst to Limbs, there really isn't any, and Paris is going to have to sprint. They might be able to have a challenge, one final challenge on this point, but if they lose their gunfights, they're not going to get the point. So they do take the Green Bay player off the point, but number 5, looking around, still in that spawn side, gets one Paris player. Number 6 gets another Paris player. And now Green Bay is on time. Paris is close, but only one player is. Number 3 in Tourney going around P1. I mean, it's a split second for B control. Green Bay goes down. Paris is safe for now, but I mean, they're down in lives 10 to 22. This is not looking good for them.
This is certainly not looking good for them. They're going to finally, get rid of that tick, but the damage has been done. I don't know what got into the Green Bay Goats at the beginning of that round, but they've been firing in all cylinders, slaying out. But as I say that, Paris starting to, reduce that lead, bring it down to only a 10 life advantage for the Green Bay Goats, but they recognize they have 2 ticks. They have a minute 20. All they really have to do is play together and work the clock, and they'll be able to, secure this round win. And you see, again, another streak being invested, this time by Limbs, looking to play the player off by Red Tower, which he will. That's 3 down in the feed, and there you see them go. They're charging onto that point, leaving base god Tourney left alive, trying to get the pick, well, able to get off Jazz, but as they stack this point, I don't think they'll get there in time, and Green Bay Goats have done it, firing off on all cylinders in that last 4th round, and able to secure the map 3 win.
Yeah, able to secure the map 3 win. Gother just lit a fire under Green Bay.
But they weren't
I mean,
able to close it out. So let's see if they're able to hit that regain and take it to the Green Bay Goats here on a Bokeh hardpoint.
yeah, like you said, Green Bay Goats have the momentum now, winning 2 maps in a row, and they're going to look to carry that momentum to start here on Bokaj Hardpoint. They're going to be the closest ones to the P1, but Paris Letdowns seems to be playing very strategically to make sure that they don't give up those P2 spawns. Green Bay will get the first foot on the point, but of course, as is Bokaj, it doesn't go uncontested for long. So Green Bay will get some very key kills there to stand on the point. As you see that, the number 3 player for Paris now spawning P3. The spawns will flip again, so Paris will retain the P2 spawns for now. Green Bay gets slayed out just a little bit. And well, now Green Bay has 20 seconds to try and get that spawns for the new rotation, and Paris kind of leaves this P1 uncontested and just focus on P2 for now.
And focus on P2 for now. You see, not much time going to either team on the P1, as is typical, as we see with a very contest-heavy hill. You see number 8 in your spring, who else but Gother, trying to make the push into Barn. Help his team break this P2 push, and you see 3 go down for the kill feed, leaving Avowals left alive. He's doing a good job, able to pick off 2, but the rest of his team spawning out. You see them hitting routes. Number 4, Jay, trying to get this back 10 area secured for his team, which he has successfully done so, but again, not anyone on the hill as for the time being.
Yeah, Paris on the hill so far. Number 5 player Limbs just sitting there in stables. I don't think he secures spawns for his team. And Paris just kind of spawning on the opposite side back there, but Green Bay just has control on this side of the map so far, but of course in Bocage, Patrol may not always last for long. There's a number 3 player in Barn, and that number 4 player pinching from the back. Green Bay still has the
Oh,
point, gets that kill on number 4. I mean, if you're Paris, you're just kind of thinking about P3, but don't think too hard because you got to go because Green Bay is already there.
yeah, Green Bay already set up for that rotation. Gothard doing a great job to keep them off the P2 Hill Urchin as well, getting kills in the feed. You see number 2 on your screen of Owls trying to make this pinch to the back, but he'll get spotted out. And Limbs absolutely turns and burns on him. And all green in the kill feed, but as I mentioned, that Paris able to get an initial couple first kills onto the hill as they're trying to break it. Who else but Base God Tourney being the catalyst for this Paris team, as he has been throughout the series. Urgent getting a flank, picks off 2. Won't spot the player in kitchen though, but I believe it looks like his teammates will try and pick him off as they will. And all of this hill time is going in favor of the Green Bay Goats.
Yeah, I mean, spawns for this point in particular are so important because unless the attacking side gets a really nice spawn trap on you, I mean, you're just spawning there. You just constantly are sending reinforcements to the point, so it's not easy for Paris to be holding that this time right now, which is even more impressive that they continue to do so. But I mean, this is good for Paris in the short term, but I mean, over the long term, Paris is down by about 40 points, which doesn't look like much. While Bocage can be quite a detriment. So, I mean, Paris had a good hill there for a hill that they didn't have spawns on. Now they're going to have the spawns. How are they going to protect it? How are they going to enter that this point? Well, Tourney is just going to respond to that very quickly, get 2Ps, and help his teammate to get the third. And they'll have Barn for now, but Green Bay just enters right in. Paris still has spawns, but they're going to need to slay out.
Going to slay out. This is almost like night and day compared to the Kabuto, where we saw the AERs of Paris taking over. It is the subs of Green Bay this time. They're taking over. Limbs 13 and 5, putting in work. You see Gothard also getting kills. Jas killing Jay, and all control going in favor of Green Bay Goats. You see, even when a player of Paris tries to get one of the kill feed, they will get traded out. But as I say that, Avowals with an incredible make that 4 in the kill feed for Avowals. What a play by him, able to secure that scrap time for the side of Paris. And you see this time they're rotated there to that next hill first. This might be the turning point for them if they want to get back in this map.
Yeah, when Vowels goes off like that, he surely thinks, hey, we got scrap time for P4. Time to think about P5. But no, Green Bay just spawns right there, walks right in, and makes even that scrap time mixy. I mean, every second is important on Bocage. Even if you're up 50 like Green Bay is, you still can't afford to let any points go. So right now, Paris hanging out on this P5. Green Bay entering right in. Number 4 player in base, or number 3 player, Base got Tourney, gets 3 to protect the point. Green Bay goes 4 down and spawning out near P2. Paris knows to kind of push up and keep them back. There's still 30 seconds left to claim on this hill. Paris claims that they have the lead, but Green Bay now just slipping, sliding right into that point. Paris defending it well, but they're going to have a tough time getting some feet on it and without a word from Green Bay.
That'll work for Green Bay. Not much time left on the clock. Paris has done a great job securing a majority of the P5 time. Green Bay doing whatever they can to at least keep Paris off this scrap time. CFL is looking for the kill, and oh my god, Gothard just does a 180 turn onto him. Able to kill him, but nonetheless, we will go to that second rotation towards P1. Gothard trying to make his way into Barn, trying to kill this player's op spawn, but they've all pushed up into Barn, but the kill's going in favor of the Green Bay Goats. You see Che just chasing Gothard, trying to figure out where he is as he's being a nuisance to their spawn, able to pick him off. Looks for the second, unable to do so, but you see, no one really playing for this time. They're just playing for those P2 spawns.
Yeah, they're playing for that P2 spawns. Green Bay started with it, but Paris kind of like surrounded them on all sides. I don't know if that was just because of unlucky spawns on the side of Green Bay or an intentional play by Paris, but they will have the P2 spawns for now. Green Bay has gone a few seconds of time on this P1, but it's not really a ton of time. Paris silently coming back in this game a little bit, but it's all really going to be decided by how well they rotate to P2. Paris trying to keep Green Bay back and stacked in that P3 spawns. Number 2 player pushes up to do so, but will get cut down. Number 3 player will try to do the same, gets a kill, but will get taken down. Green Bay has the clearance to push forward. Paris on the point for now, but I mean, Green Bay is going to maybe try to deal with this spawning, the Paris spawns over here, and as I say that, 3 Paris members go down. Green Bay is going to push right through. Paris still spawning there, but Green Bay has good momentum for now.
Yeah, Limbs with a nice couple kills. They are able to break into the hard point for the side of Green Bay Goats. See Gothard just playing his life for the time being. They're trying to make sure that, they don't give up these spawns for this hill. and don't allow Paris to flip on out. But as I say that Urgent trying to contest on the hill will get picked off by 10, leaving Jazz left alive for his team. They recognize where he is and will be able to kill him. And now it's a fight for that rotation. Paris, with all intended purposes, have come back in this game. They could take the lead here on this hill, and now it's a fight for that rotation.
To fight for that rotation, Green Bay will seemingly win that fight. You got the number 3 Paris player trying to make a smart play, but gets cut down in the back from limbs. Green Bay will start with feet on the hill as it pops. We have Paris player number 4 in Jay kind of hanging out in kitchen, waiting for his team to make a play. Number 7 in Jazz might catch him though. Number 4 pushes out, gets the kill, and Green Bay knows where they're attacking from. Green Bay still spawning here though. They're able to send just the reinforcements right into the point. Paris doing everything they can to have a solid hold there, but fortunately for them, Green Bay just has the control from the Swans. But as I say that, those Swans will flip. Now, Green Bay's still on the point, but Paris has an opportunity to push right in, get some time. Green Bay holding out for well, but there's going to come a point on this. Wow, Aval's just going off 3-piece, but unfortunately, well, okay, Paris manages to get the point. Green Bay attacking from the front, but I imagine they're going to rotate to P4 right now. Paris has the Swans for P3, but that's now going to be a bad thing as they're going to want the rotation to chain these hills and extend their small lead.
Yeah, Val, as you saw there, he does have streaks, so that could play a factor as this map progresses. You see Jay pushing through that water river area to flip those spawns for his team. But again, Green Bay Goats just playing tight on the hill, trying to secure majority of this time. Got there able to pick off one. Jazz going on a pinch, gets one. Second will get killed by his teammate. But again, contestant in the hill, the kill in the hut will go through. And while no one's on the hill for the time being, Green Bay Goats have done what they wanted. They continue to keep those spawns towards 10.
Yeah, Green Bay Goes doing a good job of continuing to keep these spawns. Paris rotating from P3 actually gets a few kills. Green Bay goes 3 down and will give up the spawns for that hill. 26 seconds left though. If Paris can manage to take this time, they're going to have about a 30-point lead. But I mean, Green Bay has just always played the don't give up any scrap time. Unfortunately, despite their best efforts, despite rushing into this P4 hill as it expires, they're just not able to contest it very well. So, I mean, this could turn bad for Green Bay as they invested so much time and effort into that P4. They don't really have a good positioning on P5. As I say that, number 7 Jazz takes down 2 Paris members, will get killed by the glide bomb, but makes a great play to keep Paris off that hill that they were closing up into for now.
Yeah, that could prove to be a really important play because that 2-piece helps secure spawns for the Green Bay Goats. Limbs, unfortunately, team-nated by Urgent, and now the push comes on through. Paris have done the job. They've been able to flip off the spawns relatively early onto this P5 area. You see the catch coming in from Green Bay. Limbs able to pick off one, just keeping Paris off the time for now. Able to pick off the second, but they get through the hill. Trades going back and forth, and looking mixy for the time being. Another streak will be invested again by Vowels, unable to kill anyone, but Green Bay Goats doing a good job despite not having the spawns. They're keeping Paris off this time, and rather, as I said, that they're now getting this time, which could leave them tied going into this last third rotation.
It feels like Bocage has its own strategy for a hard point. There's a lot of times on other maps where a point has about 10 seconds or 5 seconds left where you say, okay, let's just make an effort for the next hill. But look at how Green Bay is playing this. They're just not giving up any scrap time. Even no matter how much time is left on the hill, they always have somebody going there. And well, they contested that P5 towards last moments, and they actually get a solid hold on P1, which is not easy to do. Paris, of course, will be coming through this P3 house. We'll push Green Bay back for a little bit, seemingly, but Green Bay's still going to have spawns. Paris is still going to need to make a play for P2, but Green Bay surely doesn't want to give up this P1 time, so they're going to be struggling to capture these spawns, or keep these spawns, but also keep that P1 contested, and unfortunately for them, Paris now has spawns for P2.
Yeah, Paris has those spawns for P2. You see Green Bay Goats spawning out far, and all the kills are going in favor of Paris for the time being. Vowels picks up 2, Jay able to get 1. You see him playing. He once again on another 5 streak. It seems like every time we go on board with the Vowels, he's got streaks in his hands, which could be really key as we go towards this P2. Not much time left, and it's looking like it's quite a dire situation for the side of Green Bay Goats, and there he is investing that streak once more. Well, able to pick off. No, he able to pick off Urgent, but does get another team kill along the way. And while he's able to get that pick, no one's on time for his team.
Yeah, nobody's on time for his team. Paris could technically win it here if they get the full time, which is not common on Bocage, but I mean, with the setup Paris has, it could become a reality. Green Bay gets on the point, gets cut down. Paris players still have that side of the map, but Green Bay going through Barn, going onto the point. Now you see them, Green Bay, all on that side of the map. And I mean, Paris is going to have kind of half their players look towards P3, the other half get cut down in Barn. Paris now spawning P3. Well, Green Bay, you got the point. You stopped them from really running it up there, but now you got to look at this P3. And I mean, you're slaying out so far, but you still don't. Well, actually, you do have spawns. Number 3 in Paris spawns P2. Number 4 in Paris now spawning back at P3. Green Bay going down
Oh
from
my god.
Paris, 4 down, but still spawning there. This thing can get mixy real fast.
Yeah, this is really going to come down to the wire. Jazz able to get 2 in the spawn side. Flip side for the Green Bay Goats. Jazz with another kill. You can see Green Bay holding, doing a good job. Another kill onto Arza will secure these spawns, and they can win it here. This is going to come down to the last second. You see number 5 chasing him. Limbs able to get the pick, and again, all green in the kill feed. You see number 2 of Owls trying to make a hit. Throws the nade onto Hill. He's going to try and get a pinch for his team. Basically, Tourney goes to the top, able to get 1. Aval's getting picked off as well. He's able to get 2, and now the break has come on through. 10 seconds needed for Paris. They know that they're continuing to spawn at the back. He's going for the kills, able to pick off 1. Will he get the second? Yes, he will. Being such a nuisance, causing so much time. 1 second left. They go to the hill, and Paris has done it.
Oh my god.
They play their lives well and secure the map win. What a barn burner there. No pun intended. 250 to 237, and Paris are going to push this to a map 5.
Paris is going to push that to a map 5. That was an incredible ending. I mean, Green Bay had the spawns a team in this grand finals, 0-0 in terms of series count. And so you'll just need to win 1 after this. Whoever wins the next series, if Paris wins this next match. So obviously a lot of pressure on Paris as they'll start on defense to begin. Green Bay kind of looks towards his B point, but actually kind of changes their mind and goes towards A instead. I think they got the intel on who was going towards A. Now you just kind of see 4 Green Bay players just walk right into this point. Jay will get the first kill. Jazz will respond on Jay and ultimately Tourney. Paris players are left on the B side. The bomb goes down. Now it's a 3v2 retake that Paris is going to have to do. So Paris gets 2 kills, bring it to a 2v1. I think, yeah, bring it to a 2v1. Last player in Jazz left to defend the bomb unfortunately goes down. Paris will get this last defuse onto the bomb just in the nick of time. We'll go up 1-0 in the series. Not in the series, in the map against Green Bay, as Green Bay will now have a chance on defense to make a play.
Yeah, just a great retake there by Paris. You know, they work together. They're able to get the picks onto Limbs and then work the bomb site efficiently, and then they get that last pick onto Jazz. And so, what looked like to be a round in favor of Green Bay, you know, flipped on its head thanks to that retake of Paris, and that'll leave them up 1-0. But as I mentioned, they love to do this in losers finals. They love to hit this B site. They love to, you know, work picks and then efficiently get the bomb down. And it looks like Green Bay has read this as you see Gothard playing it within the bomb site.
Yeah, Gothard playing within the bomb side, looking to be the new Ghost from losers finals. We'll see if Tony's going to read him like he read Ghost. But you have 2 players right next to the bomb site. I mean, Tony looking around, I don't know if he saw Gothard. Jazz right behind Gothard if he needs the help, but Jazz getting a kill of his own, very important in the P2 side. P5 player goes down for Green Bay. I think Jazz gets a nade killed, but it's a 2v1 in favor of Green Bay. Limbs gets the final kill. Will secure the round for Green Bay without much work needing to be done on the bomb side of things.
Yeah, I think what happened there was Jazz was able to get the pick. I don't think Tony, I think you're right. I don't think Tony saw Gothard on bomb, and so he assumed Jazz was the only person around bomb. And when he went to try and pinch someone's nade, either I don't know if it was his own team's nade, blew up the barrel and killed him as a result, thus giving another pick to the Green Bay Goats. And then you saw their Limbs doing a great job, able to pick off that last player at the Paris and able to secure that round win. So far in this SSD, either team have held rather on defense, and this time we see Green Bay Goats lean towards that B side.
Yeah, this time we see Green Bay Goats lean towards that B side. They just kind of committed to it from the start here, as opposed to last time. They see that player and A fouls right on that bomb side trying to defend it. They will ultimately get the plant down. There's two players on that bomb side. A foul is just trying to pre-fire, thinking that he's going to get chowed, but will not actually get chowed. That number two player on the side of Green Bay goes down, but Green Bay, not near the point, has eyes all over it. Paris let down in the site itself. Tony goes down. That number four player in Gother also goes down, but Lim still has eyes planted on the site, and it's going to be tough for Paris if they want to get this defused because you're surely not going to evade the eyesight of Limbs. Limbs just looking at everything. They know they need to get this player killed. Limbs will get the close player to the bomb kill. That's a good start. Aval's trying to get the kill, but in doing so, will pass the time need to defuse the bomb. Fowles gets the kill, maybe can start a little bit of streak there, but it costs him the round.
Yeah, great there, a great play there by Limbs, able to play his life, get that first pick onto the guy on bomb, and then playing his life, waiting for vowels. He didn't really need to chow, and even though vowels ended up getting the kill, Limbs did just enough to get that 1v2 and secure second round for the side of Green Bay Goats. So even though, despite the fact that their post plant setups sort of fell apart, they did just enough to able to secure that round.
Just enough to be able to secure that round, but it'd be nice if they can do that same thing again and secure another round and bring it up 3-1. Just have a little bit of confidence in for the rest of the map. Gother will get the first kill on P2 and drop the bomb carrier. Now they're gonna know if that bomb gets picked up, being that that's the only player dead so far. If they do pick up that bomb, they know exactly where to look. And Gother just right off the heels of getting that kill, just going straight to the bomb site. Knows the Paris players are playing around this and is looking to catch one off guard if they enter that bomb site. But Paris hasn't picked up the bomb yet. They very well may decide to go A once they do. But Tony, meanwhile, looking all around the map, just trying to get a kill. I think Green Bay rotating to that A site. Gother is still staying planted on B. Again, the bomb isn't picked up from Paris. Once they eventually get this bomb, I don't know if they're going to have time to go to A because there's only 30 seconds left on the clock. And Green Bay probably just as confused as we are as to what's going on that Paris side of things.
Yeah, just as confused, but you see now that they have no other choice. 20 seconds left. They pick up the bomb. It should be the information for Green Bay where a bomb is. Limbs gets another pick, leaving the Paris in a 2v4. You see number 7, Base God Tony, just trying to make a play onto the bomb site. Might be able to pick off Gother, and he has. But with 8 seconds left, they're going to have to run this to bomb. They're not going to have time to plant. They're going to have to go for the kills. 2v2. Are they able to pick off Jazz? I don't know if the Green Bay Ghosts has read this, but time will expire and Green Bay Goats will come away with that round once again. And it was again a great job by Gothard there to get that first blood into the bottom of P2, essentially halt all of Paris. You saw them for the majority of the round just looking for picks, unable to find something until the end there. But great job by them, and they'll move up into 3-1 here on this S&D.
Yeah, Paris was looking all around the map, trying to get a pick just to make it a little bit more comfortable of a bomb plan for them, but unfortunately not able to find anything. As Green Bay just rotated to A, didn't know the bomb carrier went down, and was thinking that they were just headed to A, as Gothard didn't see anything on the B bomb side, and ultimately Paris just ran out of time, had to make some plays they weren't comfortable with due to time constraints, and Green Bay was able to secure the round. Green Bay on offense now, going towards his A side. Jazz walks right in, is unable to get Jay, but now Jay's going to be challenged by two Green Bay players, so it's a 3v3 so far. The bomb will seemingly get down, but Paris let down attacking all from the same spot. If they don't push up here quickly, then number 1 player in Limbs will probably catch a few backs. Just misses number 6, A Vowels, but Limbs is exactly where he wants to be, right behind the Paris let down player. If ours doesn't check, oh my god, A Vowels actually catches Limbs. That's going to be really important for them. However, I mean, it's a 3v1 so far. They got to get the kills right now because the bomb is running out of time. They ultimately get Gother down, and they will get the defuse to bring this to a 3v2 series lead for Green Bay, and Paris just coming back.
Yeah, Paris coming back, doing a good job, and I think it really, started with that kill into Limbs. Limbs did such a great job, able to get on the pinch, but it looked like Paris was wise to it, able to pick him off. That essentially allowed them to, get onto site, work the man advantage, and they were able to pick off the players, the Green Bay Goats there, and secure that second round. But now we got to see what they can do on offense, as they've had a bit of trouble with the last couple of rounds. They've been hitting B quite often. We saw that often in losers finals. We'll see if maybe they switch it up with an 8 here.
Yeah, it looks like they will switch it up with an A here. If Paris is going to want to secure the round, they're probably going to have to play with a little bit more confidence than they did in that last round. But I imagine the strategy is going to be the same. Try and get a pick. Don't rush towards the bomb site. But Green Bay is in a good position to defend it. And I think the call comes through. They know nobody's going B. Green Bay just rotates to A. Number 6 in A Vallis is going to have a little bit of a fight here with Gothard, it seems. Or maybe Gothard is going to rotate to P2, try to catch Paris from behind. If Paris delays too much, they're going to get caught by Gothard, but Paris, for the time being, getting some very important kills on the Green Bay. As I say that, 4v1, 4v0, Paris just kind of slays out, doesn't even really need to deal with the bomb.
Yeah, I saw Green Bay Ghosts just trying to get a pick and get away with their lives, but unfortunately, Paris just playing too tight, able to trade out effectively, and get the picks and play off one another, and as a result, they're able to secure that round and tie it back up 3-3.
Tie it back up 3-3, so whoever wins 3 rounds will win the series. And if you're Green Bay, you definitely want to be you to close out the tournament right here and now. Green Bay is going to head over to that B bomb site, as they have players watching at A if Paris pushes through, but Paris is just in a good position to kind of watch every bomb, both bomb sites and get the intel. You see that player of Paris just right into bomb site. Gothard doesn't check his corners and gets caught down on a bomb site. Green Bay surely has the intel, surely knows bomb is, or Paris surely knows bomb is down there. Green Bay goes down 1v3. You have that number 1 player, Limbs, last alive. Will shoot the player in fire, but he's got some work to do if he wants to win this round.
Yeah, he's got some work to do. You see, player 6 of Owls, like you mentioned, I think he understands bomb is towards B, and so he's just playing this back corner, waiting for a push. And then number 8, Jay, playing the sort of parallel to him all the way across the street, just making sure that if Limbs does go towards bomb, they're going to be able to spot him and get that information and cut him down as a result. You see Limbs going all the way through spawn. I don't know if he spotted out Jay. He will see him, but Jay able to get his gun up first and pick him off. And despite a 3-1 lead, Paris Letdowns have climbed back in it in this S&D, similar to how Green Bay Ghosts did it in the first S&D, and now they have the lead 4-3.
Yeah, definitely. If you're Green Bay, you're a little bit worried about the momentum Paris seems to be picking up, and some momentum after a really smart play in that last round, knowing where the bomb is down and going on opposite sides of the map so that there's no position that Green Bay could really approach the bomb site from. So kudos to Paris on that last round. Looks like it's going to be an A plant here. It's 3 Paris members just kind of stack on this point. They only really need to deal with 1 Green Bay member, although that Green Bay member sees that door open, is probably expecting something. Paris, being a little hesitant, gets the kill on the other side of the map, but they don't really know that this A side is not very strongly defended. Ultimately, Urchin gets a kill. Paris, knowing there's a player there, Urchin's just going to play this very sneaky. Paris doesn't really seem to be attacking as a team here. Urchin gets another kill. Arza finally takes him down, but Green Bay has the intel and knows pretty much where to approach from.
Yeah, Urgent with the play, able to get 2 into the site, essentially keep his team in it. But now Jash left in a 1v2. He has an idea of where both players are playing within train, able to spot the first one, get some shots in, but Arza playing his life well. Jas will be able to get the pick, but now Avowals, he's shot. Jas didn't know where he is, turns around, takes the gunfight, gets him weak, but Avowals backs down, playing his life. 20 seconds left. I don't know if Jas understands if bomb is in the site, but he knows that Avowals doesn't really have anywhere else to go. 15 seconds left. Jas looking towards those dubsteps. Avowals playing for the kill. With 10 seconds left, Jas thinks he's rotated towards B, but with the bomb plant, he'll hear that Avowals has gone towards A. Not enough time. Avowals choosing not to go for the plan, rather go for the kill. And as a result, Jas plays his life, does a great job, able to win that 1v2, and now we're tied up 4-4.
Yeah, maybe unintentionally great play from Jazz there, as Jazz is looking towards the B bomb side, thinking that they've rotated over there, but unbeknownst to him, the last player of Paris is still around that bomb side trying to get the kill. If he gets a kill, doesn't even need to plant, but by the time Jazz checks that B bomb side, he's just so far away. Paris can't get the plant down, and they win the round. So, I mean, unintentionally great play from Jazz there, just kind of getting away from the action. But Green Bay now have offense. They will supposedly go towards his B side. Paris actually just kind of looking A. They give up that number 6 player looking B. They're kind of thinking it's going A. Maybe that's Green Bay's strategy, just to kind of throw him off trail. mean, it looks like Green Bay is going to have a really good position onto this bomb site.
I think what Paris is doing is they have that glide bomb, as many are familiar with. It's very easy to get the kill if they're in the bomb site. You see they're going to stick the bomb. This should be 2 kills for the side of Paris, and yes, it is. Bomb will go down for the side of Green Bay Goats, but they do get that initial pick. Jazz does a good job to get one, but should get pinched here as he will by Jay, leaving Limbs last left alive in a 1v3. They have spotted him, able to get the first pick, but he has a lot more work to do. 30 seconds left on the clock. They are looking for him. He has managed to work his way past this player number 8. He makes the noise. I don't know if the side of Paris has heard that. Again, they're checking back train. But one on bomb. Lim's able to pick him up. 16 seconds left alive, but will get picked by Jay. And that round will go in favor of Paris.
Yeah, Paris is 1 round away from taking the series, tying the grand finals up, and being 1 series away from winning the tournament. See, this is why you're in time, Zahid. I wasn't even thinking about the glide bomb. They, as soon as I stopped talking, you were right. They dropped that glide bomb and get 2 kills, and ultimately that's going to be that was very important in securing the round. Essentially, 2 first blood. So, I mean, just very smart plays by Paris, knowing they can give up that bomb site. They just need to focus on A, and well, it's despite some really nice plays from Green Bay, Paris walks away with that round, and they only need to walk away with 1 more as they go towards this B bomb site. And well, Evals gets the first blood onto Limbs. That's going to be a good start for closing out this map.
Yeah, it was a good start. Jazz able to answer on back onto Vowels, picking off mid. And Paris once again opting for that slow B push. Gother once more, still in that bomb site. And you see Paris just playing patient. They're waiting for one of the Green Bay Goats players to get over aggressive and get a pick. You see Jazz take that gunfight onto Tourney top third, but will get picked by Arza. I believe that was all the way back train. Yes, it was. Arza able to get that pick and now leaving Green Bay Goats left in the 2v3. You see Gother senses that urgency, trying to make that push on, but he will get picked by Jay, leaving Urgent last left alive in a 1v3. Tough job for him to do. Yes, spotted the player at top third. Might have spotted both. Looking for him, takes shots, able to get the first one to Tourney, but with 30 seconds left, he's left in a 1v2. Has a sub here. Trying to see if he can spot any other players out. Knows the bomb has gone down. Looking to see if he can spot Jay. Probably recognizes that the player is still playing on bomb. I don't know if he saw Jay cross out, but he should get that sound cue and know that they're playing the train. Arza spots him out. Urgent left behind this truck. Really unfortunate position for him to play in. Trying to get a pick on the P2, but that will do it. Arza gets the pick on the Urgent. The bracket has been reset, and Paris wins the first series 3-2.
The bracket has been reset. Paris Letdowns winning that in a 6v4. Just really great carrying that first blood through to completion. Unfortunately for Urgent to carry that momentum, put Green Bay on their back heel again and start the series just as the last one started out with. But here we go. Green Bay, Paris is both charging at this P1 hill. Paris will have the good sides for attacking it. We'll get there first. Now Green Bay is going to have to find a way to break through. You see number 2 wrap around the side, get a kill on number 5. But while number 2 is wrapping around the side, 3 Green Bay players go down. Now number 2 is just all there alone. Green Bay is sprinting on back to the point to support their teammate. Not quick enough. Urgent goes down, and now Green Bay in a really bad position to take this hill back.
Take this hill back. You see Jazz able to get 2 in the kill feed, but will get picked up by a Vowels. Majority of the hill time going inside of Paris. They've already built themselves a little bit of a 20-point lead, and they're already fighting towards that rotation. Like you like to mention how, when you win that first best of 5, going into the second one, all momentum is in Paris' favor. Green Bay is on the back foot. They got to be the ones to regain. They've got to be the ones to recollect themselves and try and work this, work their way back into the series. And we'll see if that ends up happening. But as I say that, all hill control in favor of Paris for the time being.
Yeah, all hill in control in favor of Paris for the time being. Urgent with that very important kill to turn the tides of this map and finally get some solid hill control here. You have that number 6 player Navals on top to deal with. Jazz actually gets a kill on him. Just an absolute sick turn from Jazz. And Green Bay's doing a magnificent job defending this hill. I mean, maybe they were hoping Paris got the momentum out of their system, or maybe Green Bay just took it right back from them. Now Green Bay will have 25 seconds left on this hill. If they keep it, they'll be pretty much tied up with Paris. Paris will have spawns for P3, but I mean, This is going to be a major success if Green Bay manages to tie it up here.
Yeah, big success that they're able to tie it up here. Urgent trying to get him the pick onto Tony, unable to do so. But that won't bother him that much. They've been able to secure these spawns on P3, which, as we mentioned, can be a big money hill. You see Jazz just trying to lock down this lane at the back here, but Avowals has gotten that very important streak. Will chase Jazz inside to the hill, and ours is able to get the initial pick, and Tony's done just enough, able to secure those back spawns.
Just doing enough to secure those back spawns, and it will pay off for them as they're able to enter this hill. You have Urgent coming right in, maybe trying to get a pick here or there, but will it actually matter? Paris is spawning their reinforcements so close, and Green Bay has all 4 players. They might want to get that kill onto the Vowels and just push out for spawns, although maybe having spawns right now is a bad thing because, I mean, you've got 19 seconds to the next hill, which is on the other side of the map, and well, Green Bay is going to rush right over there. Paris is going to start there, but that was a really great break from Green Bay to keep this match tied up. Green Bay, after a bad P1, is now even footing with Paris and even a little bit of a lead at that.
A little bit of a lead, and as you mentioned, they did a great job on the break, able to play their lives there. And what else could we expect from these two teams? Who've been back and forth all series in that first best of 5, and they do the same here. Gothard able to get that initial pick onto the player outer train, going for the one to the hill, will win it. Great job by him, able to pick off Jay, and now he's going to wait for the reinforcements. You see, Tony does have a glide bomb in his back pocket, which could play a factor later on in the series. Or map rather, able to get one, but we'll get traded out shortly after. You see trades going back and forth to the hill. Gothard last left alive in a big 1v1, but Jay will win it. He won't hop on time for the time being as he sees another player, that being Limbs, going to the top tower. And with 20 seconds left, you start to see those players look towards that new rotation.
Yeah, just such an even matchup. When it does those, you always pretty much see one player left alive, and whose team is that player on? It could vary by the gunfight. Well, for now, Green Bay has won the fight on the P4 and has secured spawns and gotten some solid time here from Paris. And now just a few steps away from P5, looking to chain that rotation. Paris got some members close to it, but Green Bay, again, still having the spawns on the P4, attacking from that side. Paris is just going to kind of slay out here, get 3 Green Bay members down, 4 Green Bay members down. Is having a good stand on that point, but now they know exactly where Green Bay is spawning. They know where to expect them. Now they just have to execute on a plan of attack to continue to rack up this P5 score.
They're racking up this P5 score. Looks like it will give them a bit of a 10-point lead. 30 seconds left. You see Urgent pick off 2. Jazz gets the 3rd. Jay last left alive, but he's all the way in train. Should get picked off here momentarily. No, he doesn't actually. Able to get the one to Gothard. Will reach out, but Urgent this time will take him down. Gets picked off by the player behind him, but Limbs has his trade. Once again, after the first rotation, we're only got like a 10-point lead for the side of Green Bay Goats. And rotation for Paris this time around. Limbs trying to make a play. Getting through train secret, able to get that first player onto Arza. Continue to move around the bomb, or rather the hard point. Goes for the challenge to Che, will win it. Goes for the one on the Tourney. Can he get that one too? We'll take the gunfight. Sees him, takes the kill, and Limbs just going on a rampage, and all of Green Bay's going on a rampage.
All of Green Bay is going on a rampage. Those are very important kills. Paris just 4 down, spawning on good side, but I mean, is it really good side if you have players just barrel stuffing you if you walk right through the door? Paris realizes that they're going to go around patio instead of going through it, and even in fact try to get spawns for P2, maybe even a little bit early, 30 seconds in, but that just kind of shows you the mental state they're in right now. Green Bay has such a dominant hold on this P1, a complete 180 from how they started this map. I think Green Bay is actually like looking to get a full 60 here if they keep this up. Paris not knowing whether to focus on P2 or P1. Their P1 players go down, but as I say that, their player on P2 goes down as well. They still have spawns for now, but Green Bay held on to P1, and now they're standing on P2, and it's going to look good for them so far.
Green Bay has just flipped to switch word to Drake. They're absolutely all going off. Limbs was able to get streaks on that P1, and you saw Jazz getting a 3-piece in the kill feed. They did such a great job holding up P1, and now let's see what they can do on the P2. You see Urgent just waiting for the rest of the reinforcements to come on through. Bridge on this hill, they're able to get 1, they get 2. Looking for the 3rd, that's on a Gothard. Base got Tony last left alive towards this hill, trying to play his life, but Urgent will pick him off, and there you go. Green Bay Coast, they're just firing on all cylinders. They built an 80-point lead. Urgent's got streaks. It looks like anything can't go wrong for them. You see Urgent continuing to push on through, looks for the kill on the Tourney, but he will get traded out. Jash going to get a second, but it will be Limbs who's able to pick him off with 20 seconds left on this hill. Again, 90-point lead for the Green Bay Goats, and they have that rotation to P3.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been just complete dominance for Green Bay ever since they took over that P5. They chained it to P1, got almost a full 60 there, and got an enormous amount of time on that P2. And then now they have spawns for P3. Glide Bomb doesn't get anything, but Green Bay just sitting there on P3 point, just slaying out. They know the players are coming through patio, and Paris is going to do a good job slaying the Green Bay players, but Green Bay is just spawning right there. Reinforcements coming through by the second. Paris just simply doesn't have the numbers. So Green Bay, if they get the trades, they get the point. 40 seconds left. It's something to fight for Green Bay. It's going to bring them to like a 245 if they get the full-time Paris, not knowing which door to enter through because there's Green Bay players everywhere. Eventually, Paris enters and gets shut right down. Green Bay having a good hold so far.
Green Bay having a good hold. My boy Jess, 22 and 15, Limbs 22 and 18, Urgent 17 and 13, and Gothard doing his part 16 and 20. I mean, they're all just fragging out. They all have streaks. It's just like the Gavatu control on the first best of 5. They all just flip that switch, and it just looks like they're unkillable, playing together, able to get those rotations. But now they move within 10 seconds of that map 1 win. All they have to do is break here onto this P4, and first you'll see it be Gothard able to get 1, gets 2, but will get traded out. But that'll be enough to give his team time to get towards that hill.
Yeah, Green Bay is a little bit late to this P4, but I don't think they mind too much because they only need 9 seconds left. Now, all the Green Bay players have arrived to the side of the point. Surprisingly, nobody's going around. They're just going to kind of attack this from the front. Now, Paris can set up a little bit of a nice pinch here with the players over there, and we'll keep Green Bay at bay for the time being. But even if Green Bay gives up the remainder of this P4 time, they could just walk right on the P5 and hopefully just get 10 seconds. Now, that glide bomb comes through, gets a kill on Paris, and the guns come through at the same time, get some more kills on Paris. Green Bay just on the point. Paris is not going to be able to get on there in time, and Green Bay Goats will win this dominant hard point an even 250 to 150.
Yeah, what a statement that was, Dustin. We mentioned before the map, Green Bay had not won either of the hard points in the first best of 5, and they make a statement here winning this.
We'll start with Green Bay on offense, and we'll see how this first offensive play for them plays out. It's going to be an important one.
And definitely going to be an important one here. We see Tourney opting toward this plat area, looking for the P5 push. You see Gothard once again getting aggressive into bottom church, but this time Pierce is ready for it, and they will able to get that first blood. See, Urgent was looking to plant the bomb, but will get naded straight away. See Parrish trying to make sure that he isn't able to get that bomb down, plant right away, as most teams like to opt towards that fast A push. Jay almost overstayed his welcome. Jas almost picked him off in the middle area, but Jay will escape with his life. But you see again, Green Bay Ghost now opting towards that bomb plant.
Yeah, Green Bay Goats opting toward that bomb plan. Paris knows exactly what bomb they're going for with that nade on the Urgent. So Paris just kind of looking all around this bomb site. They see it go down, and now it's time for Paris to make a play towards it. Now, if you're number 6, you're still worried for that flank. You're a little bit traumatized by Gothard always pinching you from behind, and it looks like Limbs might actually be the one to do it this round if he moves quick enough. Limbs' teammates are on the A bomb side, defending it well from both sides. They'll catch Tourney onto it, but now you got 3 Paris players all around it, 2 Green Bay players. And, well, Jay gets 1 onto Urgent. Now 3v1 on the bomb site. Limbs is going to do everything he can to rotate around. Jazz unfortunately falls, but Limbs is there just in time to watch the bomb catch the fuse, and unfortunately misses that final kill on the Avowals, but he does exactly what he needs to and delays it just enough for that bomb to go down and explode.
That's really off the information that Urgent ended up getting. He saw Base God Tourney pinching from L. He gives that information to Jas. Jas is able to pick him off. And even though Urgent ends up going down, Jas just does just enough to buy enough time for Limbs. All he has to do is check bomb, make sure he kills the guy on it, and which he does, essentially giving Paris no time left. And despite, getting first blooded, Green Bay Ghosts did a great job working together and securing that first round.
Yeah, securing that first round, very important for Green Bay, as if they, again, as we talked about, if they bring this to a 2-0 in the series, I mean, Paris needs a reverse sweep to come back and beat them. So Green Bay now on defense, going to go through this kind of going to keep some solid eyes on
Oh,
this A side, but you see Gothard doing exactly what he did last time, going through mid, getting the number 8 player, now through going through P5. Number 5 goes down on Paris side. 2v3 so far. Gothard just mid is his home, just walking right through, getting the kills in their spawn. Fortunately, will go down, but he did what he needed to do.
yeah, he did what he needs to do, able to get those picks. What an unbelievable kill that was onto Jay. And now Green Bay Goats left in a 2v1. You see that they're looking to back up. They don't exactly know. I don't think they know the down. But they know Avowals was somewhere spotted towards that uh, back his spawn area. But you're just playing together on this P1, watching each other's backs. Avowals going to have to pick up this bomb, and that should be the cue that the Green Bay Ghosts needed to give an idea of where he is. 30 seconds left in the clock. You see Avowals in this top fire area looking for a pick. Preferably would want to get one before he puts the bomb down. You see number 1 limbs right under him. I don't think he knows where he is. He's going to look well. Only 13 seconds left. I don't know if he has enough time to go B here. He might just enough. 10 seconds looking for the pick on the limbs. We'll end up getting it with 7 seconds left. It looks like Urgent knows he doesn't have time to plant the bomb. He's going to play his life. And that should be another round win in favor of the Green Bay Goats.
Yeah, another round win in favor of Green Bay Goats, up 2-0. Last time they were on this map, they went down 1-4. So already doing a better start than they did last go around. Just a very great round out of Green Bay Goats. Gothard, of course, doing his thing, going through mid and catching players off guard, and that really made the difference to give them a man advantage and to ultimately close out that round without the bomb even going down. So Green Bay will have another opportunity to go through offense. Gothard doing what Paris didn't do, going right through mid, looking top church, and ultimately going to be kind of defending bottom church here and helping his boy out on the bomb plant, but a little too soon for that, as Paris going to probably be expecting that bomb plant as well, it's now going down.
Cawthor just snapping onto Jay, able to pick him off. Urgent trying to get the bomb down, but will get picked off from the player. Well, Limbs gets his trade, me leaving the 3v2. Limbs with another pick, doing a good job here, leaving Arza left in a 1v3. I'm not too sure if Limbs spotted him or not, but bomb is down. See Limbs going on a wide flank all the way back to the position he was. Arza looking for him, unable to spot him. 20 seconds left. He's able to spot the bomb, but Limbs gets information of where he is. And now surely this should be another round win in favor of the Green Bay Goats.
Yeah, surely just should be another round win for Green Bay Goats. They're actually just trying to find this last player. I think they're very confident in the 3v1, and eventually they do. It wasn't looking good for him anyway. That bomb was just counting down and down and down, and just a really great plays out of Green Bay. They appear to be playing the kills a lot better this time around, at least in the earlier rounds of the map. And I mean, they had the momentum in the map for now. They're going to be on defense, which most people would consider to be preferred. So I mean, if they could clutch up, bring it up to a 4-0, that's going to be very scary on the side of Paris.
Yeah, very scary on the side of Paris. The one thing they have going is typically on a map like Tuscan, offense is definitely favored, especially with how easily you can get the bomb down A, and how hard it can be to retake. But you see there, Gothard trying to get into P5 now, getting aggressive. This time not looking towards the mid like he had in the previous Tuscan SNE that they played. But moving on to well, Jay trying to see what he can get bottom church, but it's Jas that's getting the first blood onto base god Tony. That is the bomb down. Jay trying to make a play, able to get limbs here top broken, and now he can open up the site for the side of Paris Letdowns, but they're trying to make a pinch, and oh my god, he almost turns onto Arza, will run out of bullets, but that will be the man advantage to Paris.
Yeah, that will be the man advantage to Paris. Now, unfortunately for Paris, they still have to deal with this bomb, and you see that number 2 and Jazz just sitting right on top of the bomb. So Paris is not going to take that bomb back without a fight. And of course, you have Urgent sitting right there. It looks to be about top church. In case Jazz runs into trouble, he can come in and help. Jazz gets the kill to bring it to a 2v2. 2v1 now. Paris has the bomb, or does not have the bomb, has the pressure of needing to plant the bomb. Just 1v2. Arza, unfortunately, just gets caught and goes down. So Green Bay Goats 4-0. This is extremely dominant.
Extremely dominant. My boy Chess making plays. Gets 3 that round, and I think that's what really secured in that round. Able to get the first pick, recognizing where bomb is. Gets the second. Urgent able to watch his back and watch his mid effectively. And again, whatever mistakes that they made in the first S&D against them on Tuscan, they've clearly fixed and worked around and are doing a great job here. And now with the bomb, they got offense coming up. And as I mentioned, offense can be really big, and Green Bay have looked perfect thus far.
Yeah, Green Bay have looked absolutely perfect thus far. I mean, Green Bay all onto that bomb site. Paris just kind of hanging back, trying to get a pick. Gothard getting a little bit of a challenge in and actually wins that challenge. Unfortunately, his teammate Limbs goes down. So it's a 3v3 with the bomb not down yet. But Paris is kind of on the opposite ends of things. I wonder if they have eyes on Urgent as he plans the bomb. Tourney peeks right in time. Thankfully for Urgent, he doesn't actually start planning the bomb, is able to get out just in the nick of time. Looks like Green Bay is maybe mulling over the idea of rotating this to B, but Paris let down kind of in the middle of the map. They might be ready for it. As I say that, Gothard gets one from behind. Number 6 goes down in the back of their spawn. So now it's a 2v1. Number 7, quite frankly, not sure where to go, as Green Bay's going to double down on this A side. 2v1. Both players there, and that Paris member will go down. 5-0 Green Bay Goats. I mean, it's possible, Paris, but you gotta start now.
It looks like Paris might be running out of little gas. And again, it's Gothard that, opened up that round. He gets the first blood onto the guy P1J, just like he did the prior round on offense. And then he makes the play, getting the guy top broken, which essentially opens up the entire site for Green Bay. And then you see Urgent and Jash just playing together, able to pick off Tourney once they spot him. And just, again, picture perfect S&D for the side of Green Bay Goats. And now all they have is one round they need to be able to secure this map win. See
One
Jazz
round.
throwing that nade over, trying to get that information to the player of Owls, and Bomb Plant already going down for Paris.
I'm down already, going on down for Paris. I believe that glide bomb is probably on the side of Green Bay Goes. Jazz drops it, gets a kill, and Limbs at the same time gets a kill on the Tourney. It's a 4v2, 3v2 now. I mean, Green Bay has to overtake it to 3v1. They just need to get this player out, or maybe even just hop on the defuse if that player is distracted. But number 4 in Urgent is going to get that last player from behind, and Urgent knows exactly where the bomb is, knows exactly where he needs to do, and it's going to be ultimately a stunning 6-0 victory on the side of Green Bay Goats.
And that's just the clinical S&D from them. They used the streak to their advantage. They got that information from the glide bomb. They were able to take, the trades they needed, and they win that round. And they, played with each other all day and have done a great job of finding Chem in the short time that they've, been able to play with each other. But again, Tuscan Control, new to a lot of these players, new to the CRL, so curious to see how they end up playing. But as I say that, base got Tourney onto this 8-point first. Trades going back and forth. 8-point will be the favored one given how easy it is to get ticks on it. But you see Paris trying to be a little bit more patient, waiting for that aggression from the Goats.
Yeah, waiting for that aggression. Eventually, Green Bay will push on to this P1 and deplete a little bit of the ticks. Just some great teamwork, knowing when to push forward when the picks have come through on the side of Green Bay. But now you have number 4 and Jay just kind of all up in their business in church, and kind of steps back a little bit, allows Green Bay to go through church and to look mid. Number 4 gets number 6, and well, there's a battle going on in mid, but Paris kind of has a wide open. But again, Green Bay just with the slaying power so far, or at least getting the important kills. Gothard 3 in a row, and that's going to be doing a lot of work in order to keep Paris delayed and getting to the state point.
Gothard was one of the big key pieces that won them the gap control in the first best of 5, and that's a 5 streak for him. He's doing his work here on Tuscan. Doesn't seem to matter what map it is. Gets 6, able to secure that glide bomb, and will essentially halt the push of Paris. Paris does still have that one map or one person life advantage, but you see that time dwindling. There's no ticks on A. This is a perfect snare for the Green Bay Goats. With 23 seconds left, you see Paris start to converge onto that site. You see 2 on the point. But Gothard on the pinch, looking for more picks, looking for the guy close to you. We'll get him, but we'll get traded out by a Vowels here on the outer statue. The guy on point will get traded out effectively, and that's 20 seconds left. Green Bay Goats, they've done just enough right now to keep them off A. And you see Paris trying to work this mid area. They don't have a lot of time. They're trying to find the picks.
Yeah, Paris trying to find the picks, and I mean, that's going to be a great start for them. They probably will stack this point, which is something we talked about being so important last time we saw Control. And so that's going to be great for Paris. They have the half. I think Gothard is dropping his glide bomb to get Paris off that point, and that's a really great investment on the side of Green Bay. With 10 seconds left, Paris doesn't really have any players near it. The last one's number 3, and Jazz will just take him right down. So
Oh,
Paris actually gets a foot onto B, which Green Bay has left completely open, but he's a lot tougher. Time limit reached. Did that Paris player step off the point?
yes. Yeah, he got off the point. I think that was a bit of a mistake from Avals. I don't know if he recognized what was going on because he needed to stay on the point there if he wanted to keep his team alive. They definitely could have made a push for B and made something happen, and their lives were, pretty close. But he makes a bit of a blunder there by stepping off. Nonetheless, Green Bay Goats will take that first round. Again, winning your defenses is so important, and now it's up to Paris to hold on their own.
I think maybe maybe they intentionally went off the point to stop trying to lead any kills for that round 5 defense. I don't know, but anyway, Green Bay is going to start on offense here and actually get the first tick in quite a quick fashion. Green Bay has 2 players on the point. We'll fight through mid for Paris. Paris will get those kills, but Green Bay already has players challenging A again. So right now, Jay's going to slay out near mid alley. Green Bay waiting for an opportunity to step on this point. Paris isn't going to let them have it quite yet, and Green Bay will have that first tick locked so far. But I mean, Paris just clearing that A site out, maybe thinking that Green Bay is going to rotate to B, but Green Bay is pretty much just opting for some really solid map control here and just going to walk right onto that A instead.
Yeah, opting for that solid map control, but you see once again Gother pushed up a little bit far, trying to get these spawners from the side of Paris. You see Paris again, they're gonna opt to not, over challenge. They're waiting to get a pick and then they move, and that's number 4, Jay, looking for the pinch. We'll get caught up by Urgent, but now it looks like the side of Green Bay Goats should be able to get this A tick, as they do end up confirming it here. You see Arza able to get 2 in the kill feed. You see number 4, Jay, trying to hold his back push, but Urgent able to sniff him out and get that one. Trying to keep church control with 20 to 18 inside the side of Paris, rather, with that life advantage. 1 minute 30 left. They're just going to try and work these picks, work together, and trying to get into that B point.
Yeah, Paris doing a good job so far of racking up the kills as they wait for Green Bay to ultimately make a push to B, and that push is going to come through right now. Number 2 in Vowels is going to get Gother out, but you have Limbs on patio. He gets cut down too, so Green Bay is in a tough spot pushing this B point, and Paris Letdown has the ball in their court so far, but Green Bay Goats, it has to be said that they've had a much better offense than Paris did last round, so maybe this is going to shift in their favor as Vowels gets another kill through P5, sees another player, and if he could get the skill, it's going to be so crucial. But Gother, meanwhile, walking around the back, and Paris defending this B point. I don't know if they know Gother's there. Looking around for him, and Gother will get another kill, and now Paris has to look both directions as Green Bay's going to be coming through P5, but Gother is still there causing problems.
Yeah, he's doing a great job here. He's causing the players of Paris to think they got to either wrap back for him or and look for him, and he's just doing a good job killing them off spawn, making their lives hell, and giving his team the opportunity to jump onto this B point, which they are doing. Urgent with 1, Gother with 1, Arja trying to chow the hill, and Urgent gets that second, all going down the kill feed, leaving Avowals left alive, and that's all 4 down. You see them spawning church, you see them spawning in the back. You see the life advantage in the favor of the Green Bay Ghosts. They're on this B point. They aren't stacking for the time being. They're trying to kill these guys off spawn. See Drash looking at the back, will get cut down. Urgent continuing on this little streak of his, but will get traded out shortly after. Gother trying to make a play here on the pinch once more. Live 7 to 6, 20 seconds left. Gother trying to get the pick, but will get cut down once again. Paris doing a good job. They're holding. Limbs last up for his team at the time being, 10 seconds left. It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to convert on this round. Just trying to get a pick. But Paris doing just enough to hold here, and will take this defense.
Yeah, unfortunately, Green Bay had a great start in that round, managing to get the A point, but unfortunately not able to chain that to a B point capture. And, well, they will lose the offense. So we have 2 defensive wins right now on the board. Not really keeping count. I think maybe Green Bay is marginally ahead in kills. I think they were down 2 in that last round. I'm not sure what they ended round 1 in. So, I mean, if they continue to slay out, though, they may be able to secure that round 5 defense, which appears to be oh so valuable in this Tuscan control or in control in general. So Paris is going to start attacking this A point. Green Bay, unfortunately, Jazz goes down, and Green Bay doesn't really have anybody immediately there to challenge the A capture. They have stacked it up pretty well. And now Green Bay is going to go through Graveyard and try to get some picks. Even through the back, Gothard can't find the kill before getting cut down. Green Bay hops right in, but it seems like Paris is just too strong on that point, and it will be captured.
It will be captured pretty early. You see 2 minutes left for the setup Paris. They did a good job this time, opting to change. They weren't going to push out. They weren't going to hold angles. They were just going to stack that point and secure it as fast as they could, and they will do so accordingly. Now you see them spread out across the map. A couple players P5, one fire, two towards that P1 area. Once again, they're going to play patient and look for picks around the map and try and work it, but Gother just doing it all, getting two inside of P5, and once again getting up in the face of Paris, trying to be that a nuisance that he was on Gab, and doing so gets the third. Limbs gets one across the screen, or off screen rather, and you see them all pushed back towards Paris, and this is where the trap is. If Gothic can get control of this P5, he can continue to spawn Paris out farther and make their lives horrible. Gets one. I don't know if he saw the second player. We'll look for the challenge, but Jay will cut him down, but he did his job. He's wasted essentially 40 seconds for the side of Paris, and they haven't been able to touch B yet.
Haven't been able to touch B yet, and they're marginally down in lives as well. This is going to be a great opportunity for Green Bay to rack up some lives before B even sees a foot on it on the Paris side of things. Paris in that P5 so far, but Gothar's going to rush right through, knows exactly where they're going to need to come from, as you mentioned. Unfortunately, just gets cut down by the pure manpower there. Urgent not able to find a kill there either. That kind of gives Paris the clearance to go to this B side. You see them not stacking, just pushing through, getting number 6 in Jazz down. Number 8 in Gothard is going to rush on the point or walk around the point and just keep an eye on it. But Paris, so those two players there, but they're pinched by Green Bay members from all sides. And while number 7 Urgent gets a kill, it's a little bit of a tit for tat there, but Green Bay Ghosts will ultimately win the trades and defend B for now.
And defend B for now, and you see that time dwindling, 30 seconds left. You see Paris trying to set up a push. They have 2 hitting all the way through field, 2 hitting through P5. And if they can get this kit, if they can wait for one another, they can, set up the pinch. But nonetheless, one from P5's already gone down. Gothard getting the pick onto Arza. Jay off screen able to get a pick. That's 2 going down in the kill feed. Jazz left alive essentially, trying to make something happen here in radio. Will get picked up by a Vowels, and that'll give Paris Letdowns the opportunity to hop into the speed point. You see 10.6 seconds left on the clock. Tourney get picked off, and you see Green Bay, they've done just enough. They've been able to hold them off. They know that they're spawning out far, and that should be the second round going in favor of the Green Bay Goats.
Second round going in favor of Green Bay Goats. Oh my god, I just cannot seem to say this name correctly anytime tonight, but Green Bay Goats now 2-1 in the control. Now remember, they're on offense now, so I mean, they managed to squeak away with the Gavu2 control last series by getting an offensive win in the 4th round, and we may see a parallel here in that they get that same win in that same round, and that'll ultimately be the tournament if they were able to do so. So very important that Paris puts up a good front here. But again, if you're Green Bay, you might also want to just focus on kills as well to secure round 5 defense if you're not able to get a good push here. But as I say that, Green Bay already has the first tick on A. They're keeping Paris just way out. I mean, the closest Paris player is Graveyard, and even they're just trying to play it mixy because they know Green Bay's all over it. Now, all of a sudden, Paris surrounds Green Bay, but Green Bay already challenging those Paris players. But Green Bay manages to get about halftime on at least lock down that tick, and so good on them for a strong start, but they got to execute on it.
Got to execute on it, but as you mentioned, Green Bay Goats are essentially playing with house money here. They up in life advantage, they're up in the ticks. All they need is a bit of a solid round. Gothard jumps off the map there as I'm talking, but just get a couple ticks and essentially to secure that defense, and the map should be theirs. But they're gonna try and play for this map win right here. They're gonna want to win this round right here. Urgent takes that shell, will get taken down by Valves. Once again, who else and who other than Gothard getting pushed up in a church, able to pick up one, but he does his job. He's consistently halting and staggering the push of Paris as they try and get him to this point. You see Jazz trying to take those long gunfights, but will get picked off. Mid left open, 2 last on the point for the Green Bay Goats. See Urgent trying to take this child out front, but Aval is able to win that one, leaving Limbs last alive on the point, and will get taken down. And once again, Paris doing what they've done this entire series and this entire map is just playing slow, playing methodical, waiting for one another and getting the picks when they need them to. See Jay with 4 HP trying to play his life, but with 25 seconds left, Green Bay's got to get on this point and get this last tick.
And it looks like that last tick might be secured as, I mean, they are stacking with two members, and Paris doesn't even look like they want to challenge it. Well, number three and Tony does so, actually gets two kills, but you still have Green Bay players watching over, and ultimately that 8 point does go down. But Paris is leading the lives in about three, which isn't the hugest, but again, even if Green Bay loses this, they're going to have to rely on the kill counts for that round five side. So, I mean, if you're Green Bay, it is perfectly viable strategy to just focus on kills here so that you get the defense for the round five. And now they're down by four kills. Make that five kills. Make that six kills. Green Bay not looking like they're going to get the round, but probably praying that maybe they could just slay out just enough so they can secure defense next round.
Secure defense next round, but his base got tuned to the left, back in their spawn, trying to do what Gothard did the round prior and kill them as they come off spawn. But you see that P5 control is so important. Arza shutting down the players to try to push through Nurgent and Jazz. And once again, Gothard's going to be the one that's going to have to set this up. He's been the one able to get onto B and get behind. Limbs thought he saw a player there, wasn't able to spot anyone though, and will get cut down as a result. Gothard just trying his best to play his life, give his team time to come and support him on the B point. Just playing around the point, moving around, trying to get to radio, but will get picked off. And Paris, once again, holds on defense. And now it's a game. It's a waiting game. Who is going to get the defense in round five?
Yeah, who's going to get the defense in round five? I think Paris actually did enough to secure the defense. I could be wrong. Yep. So Paris will have defense for round five. That's not great news if you're Green Bay because nobody has won a offensive round yet in this map, or maybe even the Gavitu control. Actually, scratch that. Green Bay did win in offense, but you know what I mean. It's very hard to do. So Green Bay is going to have to clutch up here and set a new precedent for this map and mode right here in the CRL and win an offensive match. And if you're going to do that, that's a great start. They just get Paris members pushed back enough. They stack the point, and it seems like Aid might go down without even a word, although a glide bomb is incoming, lands on the point but doesn't get anybody, does all it needs to keep one Green Bay member off the point. That base got Tony in you trying to catch these last members. They see him though. They will get him down, and I think that might lay the seed for an 8 point to get captured.
Yeah, Jazz with a nice three-piece, and they're able to capture the 8 point a little bit faster than the first time. Base got Tony able to shut him down, though. No streaks for Jazz. See Gothard trying to get the trade, and he will do so, but will get traded out effectively. And once again, number two, Avowals pushed all the way up tiles, making Green Bay Goats spawn very far from that B point. And now, last time we saw the Green Bay Goats in this position, they weren't able to, get into the B point. They were trying to go through P5. This time, they're making some adjustments. They're going to hit around Church, Urgent with a nice pick on there, and you see the hit coming on through. You see two players in the back. Gothard able to get one to Tourney. Once again, continuing to push towards that point. Will the trade come on through? No. Jay getting a crucial two-piece to halt the push, and the push will be halted as a result. And Paris with the 2-life advantage.
Yeah, that was such a crucial two-piece out of Jay to just begin the Green Bay push going back. It looked very scary for Paris. Green Bay actually managed to just carve their way into their spawn quite a bit, and it looked like this round might go a little differently than the last, but ultimately Paris able to push them out. Now Green Bay is attempting to do the exact same thing, but Paris has rotated around to kind of defend exactly where Green Bay doesn't want to defend from. A Vowel see Jazz and Top Church. Very crucial if he could get this kill, but Green Bay just kind of descends on this side of the map, get two Paris players down, and now they're just going to kind of want to rush into this point before Paris is even able to have their spawn members walk right in.
Even able to have their spawn members walk in, but Limbs last left alive on this push, just trying to buy time for the rest of the reinforcements to come on through. Will win that initial gunfight. Gets hit from the player of Owls, trying to push him Plat, but again, just trying to buy that time. There's a 3-life deficit for the side of Green Bay Goats. You see him hop over that player, look for the second chow, but don't worry, Gothar's got his back. But again, 3-life advantage, 30 seconds left. Green Bay Goats trying all they can to at least stop the clock, trying to get some time and give them some room for the reinforcements to come through. But Paris, they're doing just such a great job of picking them off and staggering this push.
Paris doing a great job of picking them off, staggering this push, has 5 life advantage, 6 life advantage now. This is looking very scary for Green Bay. You have 2 players in spawn, they have to make the trip. Now another player in spawn. Now your entire team is in spawn, has to make the trip. No respawns remaining. I don't think they're going to get here in time, as surely this number 4 player in Jay will defend the point. Unfortunately goes down, but they do just enough to get that last Green Bay player off, and Green Bay not able to set a new precedent here and win an offensive round. So Paris will take the map 3-2.
Yeah, Paris doing a great job there. Again, it's what we've seen this entire night from them is that patient gameplay. Tournament. What we ended up seeing in the first best of five was the likes of base caught Tony putting in work with the sub, absolutely being a menace and putting pressure on the Green Bay Ghosts. Let's see if he's able to do it this time. But we'll be on board limbs, this going deep, trying to pick off anyone from the outer area. Gother looking to opt towards the hit that hill. Looking to see if he can pick the guy off, and Hill will be able to do so, but the rest of his teammates end up going down. But he's got two. Can he get the third? Yes, he will.
Oh
Beats him
my.
down. Gother with the three-piece. Can he get the fourth? Of course he will. Just starting off this map with a bang.
Yeah, maybe the update is helping Gother. Maybe they buffed you Automaton, or maybe even just a pistol whip, because Gother is starting on a 4
Whew.
streak, just going absolutely off, looking at all the right places he needs to look to get these Paris members down. And unfortunately for Paris, they haven't even really been able to get anywhere near this point. This is P1, folks. This is supposed to be equal, dead center on the map, and equal opportunity for both teams to get on it, but Paris just has been absolutely pushed back by Green Bay and Gotham in specific. So Paris now focusing on P2, trying to do what they could not do on P1 on there, but Jazz has anything to say about it, that might not be happening.
Might not be happening, but that was a big pick that I believe it was ours that got into Gother. Gother was on a 4 streak. Had he get that 5th kill, would have secured in the glide bomb, but alas, will go down. You see, though, Jazz has got his glide bomb, and that can be proved to be pretty important as this map progresses. Gother once again flying around the map, trying to get picks. Will able to pick that player Jay off towards the front of time. Jazz coming in to converge onto the hill, and again, time going in favor of the Green Bay Ghosts with 20 seconds left. That rotation is looking to be secured as well. Green Bay Ghosts firing on all cylinders after this this patch.
Yeah, Green Bay goes firing on all cylinders. They realize that this could be the tournament winning map, so they're going to put maximum effort in to secure it. Paris just not even able to get on the P3 side of the map. Number 3 in Jazz has a great 2-piece on staircase to P1, and another player goes down on staircase to P1 at the hands of Jazz. Those are going to be so important, as well, Paris is actually kind of spawning P5 here, so that might be a good look for them. But Green Bay has the sight lines to look for anyone creeping around that side of the map, and ultimately they will catch Jay. So they're defending their spawns pretty well, as Green Bay just absolutely slaying out. What the hell happened in this update, dude?
I don't know, but they definitely buffed the Green Bay Ghosts as if they didn't need one already. And this is a perfect scenario for the Green Bay Ghosts. They flip the spawns at 20 seconds. This is exactly what you want. They're going to get the perfect spawn towards that P4 rotation, which can definitely be a money if you hold it down. And they're going to look to get the scrap time too, urgent with a big gunfight with the help of Jazz, their P1. And you see Paris Letdowns. They recognize that, they aren't going to get that scrap time. They got to hit this rotation if they want to get back into this one. They're already down by 70 points. You see Gother has secured a glide bomb of his own, playing his life, backing down, waiting for those reinforcements. Urgent able to get that initial pick on the J. Scott Tourney, while the rest of Paris Letdown spawn toward this cliffside.
Yeah, not only did Green Bay have a phenomenal point 3, but they also got on point 4 right from the get-go. Now, a few Green Bay members do go down. It's going to be kind of a 2v2 from the furthermost Green Bay members. Paris will get a few kills here. I think Green Bay's still going to spawn. No, number 4 spawns on the complete opposite side of the map. So this might be Paris's chance to rack up a few points here, at least get to the 50-point mark and make this a little less comfortable for Green Bay, even if it will still be very comfortable for them. But, I mean, look at number 4 in Gother, just staying on that P5, just foregoing that 15 seconds, not even worrying a care in the world about what Paris does over on that side of the map. But it might bite him in the butt, because Paris is actually now spawning over there, as when Gother pushed up the top boat and immediately went back. So, I mean, that's not good for Green Bay, but Green Bay still has control for now.
Have control for now. You see Arza invest that glide bomb, trying to get onto this hill, but Gother again trying to push into that spawn. But again, as you mentioned, Paris are the ones spawning towards that P5 area, the more favorable spawn. They recognize that they're pushing towards that top boat, but 2 go down. I believe it's a streak used for the Green Bay Goats. We'll try and hit them green, but nothing will come out of that streak. Urgent sees him green, trying to push him here, and we'll get the initial pick. But the rest of his teammates not there with him just yet. waiting for each other, trying to get a pick to the green. We'll try and wallbang him initially, but Jay will get the kill on Urgent. And you see, for the time being, Pierce finally able to get some of that hill time. They've done such a good job. The Green Bay Goats rather done such a good job the first couple of hills being able to rack up a lot of that hill time, but it's Paris this time able to lock down P5, and they've rotated first to P1.
Yeah. I mean, even though Paris seemed to break that hill pretty early on in P5, I mean, Green Bay just kept them off it for a really great majority of that time. So Paris wasn't really able to capitalize on that hill as much as you would like them to see to get back in this game. But Paris is trying to atone for that by getting a good start on this P1. And they got about 50 seconds of time so far. But look at Green Bay on both staircases coming up and challenging that Paris player. They'll win that challenge, but Paris wins the point itself. You have number 4 in Gothard trying to do anything he can to get some players off this point, and he will do so. That's 2 for Gothard, 1 for Jazz. 3 Paris players go down. Just on the flip of a switch, Green Bay now has control of P1.
Now has control of P1. You see number 5 going on the pinch trying to get the player off the hill, but Gothard just picks up 3, makes that a 5 streak for him, gets another glide for his troubles. And he's done a good, just enough rather to flip those spawns towards the new hill. Now Paris, in the meantime, has secured some of that hill time, has come back into this game momentarily, only down by 40 points. But Gothard continuing on the streak, continuing in these spawn, gets 7, almost gets the 8th, but he's done just enough to secure those spawns and stagger the push of Paris.
Yeah, doing just enough to push those spawns and stagger the push of Paris, although it looks like number 6 in the Valves is going to defend this point well and, well, buys his team enough time to get that push right on back to the hard point. So Paris now has guns aimed and ready at Green Bay. That glide bomb will come through, but luckily for Green Bay, they're all in top green. Well, they push out right at the wrong moment. The Valves gets 2 with the glide. Ours gets 2 with the gun. And wow, that's going to be a 4 down for Paris, just absolutely dominating on this P2. But now Green Bay is going to be looking at P3, had a very stellar P3 last time around. If they can recapture that magic, they're going to be oh so close to victory here.
Oh, so close to victory. But we can't ignore, Paris has done a great job of coming back in this game. They were down, I can't remember, it was 80, 90 points or something crazy like that. But they've slowly climbed their way back in. Now, fortunately for the Green Bay Ghosts, they will be here first of this P3 rotation, and we saw how well they did of holding that one down the first time around. But you see the kills come through. Jazz able to get one onto Vowels. After he gets this traded out, Urgent pushed up this P1, make sure they spawn for it, but someone stuck on through. Base got Tony stuck on through, going for the challenge at the hill. Will win the gunfight, but will get cut down for the time being, and the crisis will be averted for the Green Bay Goats.
Yeah, crisis averted for the Green Bay Ghosts. They still have spawns. They get that number 6 player who is a further push up down. Green Bay just slaying out, pushing up, not even letting Paris cross that P1 50-yard line, and it's going to work out for Green Bay. I mean, Paris gets those final few kills, but they don't even want to worry about P3 anymore, because if they do, they might push spawns out. Number 7 is going to probably try to get that number 3 player on the cross when that hill is over. But Paris is actually having a good setup for P4 so far. But Green Bay has been so good at breaking into the hills this entire map. They're now up 60 again from a 10-point deficit for Paris going into that P3 hill. Green Bay breaking into the hill. Gothard looking all around for this last player who I think is on top of the building there. Green Bay has spawns, they have the hill, and well, Paris now has a mountain to climb.
They have a mountain to climb, and Gothard knows that he's up there. He definitely gets information after he gets the kill of Owls, trying to make something out of nothing, but will get picked up by Gothard. And how do they do it? How do they keep breaking these hills, Destin? I don't know how they're doing it. But Gothard just slipping and sliding through the setups of the Paris Letdowns, and they're getting all the kills, team kills coming on through. They can't win it here, but they can definitely put it out of reach. Go 245 if they're able to scare the rest of this time. That's definitely the plan. Gothard still has streaks in the back pocket as well. You see Paris Letdowns, they have that sense of urgency. And just let that 4 go down for the side of Green Bay Goats, they're able to get them off the time. But with them only being 16 points of winning this map and winning this tournament, you know the pressure's on.
The pressure is on. The game might be a little biased against Green Bay, as they had Green Bay spawn way back P4. I thought they were going to have them spawn more towards mid P1 side, but whatever. Green Bay's going to walk right around to that side of the map. Number 7, God Tourney, going to protect their spawns, going to run right into this Green Bay player. Gets a kill. Lim's still in the back spawns there, but I don't think we'll secure the spawns for now. But I mean, if you're Paris, I mean, you're already in a really, really tough spot, and now Urgent has a glide bomb and does get a kill. And Jazz now on the point. Jazz just needs to stay on here for 12 more seconds. Paris not even close to it. Green Bay now has the spawns. This is just bada boom, bada bing. Everything has lined up. Urgent getting 2 kills, another glide bomb, and now Green Bay Ghosts are your primer tournament champions.
Oh my God, what a performance from them, Destin. They just absolutely slayed out there on that hard point. My brother Jazz just going absolutely huge there on that map alongside the rest of them. Just playing.